soon as I get the notification.
Start streaming. All right, I'll be right back. Do this now.
Any indication? Any indication that we are live? Still waiting. Switch accounts. Run. There it is. Bring this up over here. Oi. Como vai? I would imagine that's Portuguese for hello. How are you?
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
All right, who we got in the chat?
Tom!
Rocco Vet.
There are 2 people watching now. Again, with the unevenness. Is that... Really?
That's perfectly even. What are you talking about?
With what, exactly?
With me and my vision right here.
Fair enough.
Should I move it to the right a little bit? No. Oh, but then there's black.
Utter blackness.
All right, fuck it. We'll keep it there. All right. My toast. Yay. We'll do that. All that stuff.
I'm going to have the trailers queued up behind this.
All right.
Hopefully we're able to do that. Have 2 how you doings going at once.
I'm sure we can.
Based on nothing whatsoever.
No facts or pride.
Night.
What are you doing?
Celebration. This is the Star Wars. How you doing?
We'll hit videos.
Your video.
Oh my god. So yeah, there's your Mando. You're probably gonna have to go to like EA's page to get the fucking Fallen Order. Just like search Fallen Order launch trailer.
Don't tell me what to do. Excellent.
All right.
Close that. So we got those ready. We got this one. Very interesting stuff. Freaking 49ers.
Well,
I know. Fuckers.
Why are we dogging the 49ers?
Mother.
They're in the notes for my week.
Mother truckers.
All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right. Then audio's recording. We're streaming. Starting the stopwatch. 30 seconds of silence. My toast starting now. To global warming.
Global warming.
Despite being the last week of October, I'm still here comfortably in a tank top.
That's what GW stood for.
Keep it up. Except for the people in California, rip.
Yeah.
Sad face for you guys. But here in Jersey, it's, it's a decent temperature. It's nice and...
it's pretty gloomy today.
Yeah,
honestly,
some
with
rain.
the rain and
it wasn't even really rain. It was more of just a mist, a constant mist all day.
fucking annoying.
Kind of annoying, but
If I
again,
wanted to live in that shit, I'd live in fucking England for God's sake.
yeah, right.
Excuse me.
There, Ireland, any areas like that.
Yeah,
But
Ireland suffers from a short summer.
yeah, but I mean, it's temperatures. We had a couple of like pretty damn cold days, but overall, it's been nice and just flat, just very average, and I like that.
Yeah, we're about to get kicked square in the sack.
Probably. And by the way, I'm drinking the last of the Oktoberfest beers that I've had laying around for the last, I don't know, month now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink that much anymore. So really the only time I drink is here on the podcast or once a month when Kristen and I go to Iron Hill down the road.
There you go.
So, it's all part of my...
Probably better for you.
Probably, yeah. So, yeah, finally finishing off the Oktoberfest, and this is more than likely going to be the last that I drink this year. So, what can you do, right? Why are you giving me that look?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
All right. Well, that being the case, hello, everyone, and welcome back to All Things Star Wars, the greatest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. I'm Mr. Jason Roscom. With me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I am present.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You're still breathing. You're still consuming oxygen, which is
still converting oxygen to carbon dioxide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, as I alluded to before, we need more of that. So keep the CO2 coming.
I'll keep it coming. I'll do my best.
Keep it warm. Keep it warm in Jersey. So what do you got for me today?
Well, before we move to anything, can we talk about Podbelly?
Yes, we can.
Let's do that. Let's talk about Podbelly. We are a proud member of the Podbelly Network.
Goddamn right.
For all of your podcasting needs.
Mm-hmm.
And by needs, we're not just talking about what your listening needs are, because you're listening to us and we're awesome, but Podbelly has a whole plethora of other podcasts on their site that you can listen to, which is great. We've already had some shout outs. I see that Podbelly updated our logo.
Oh, did they?
It's on there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's the...
Oh, nice.
That
yeah,
logo.
They had the old gold one.
Yeah, the old gold one, the original,
yeah.
The OG. But Podbelly also will, if you're interested in podcasting, there's things on there to help you develop your own podcast.
Yep.
And that's part of what they're trying to do. They want to get people in the podcasting network, and so we can help each other make our podcast better. We really suck at going to other people's shit.
Yeah.
But we're busy, so
yeah.
What the fuck?
I did actually have one of the other shows on Podbelly reach out to me over the last few days.
Oh, yeah?
They're like, hey, love your show. Would you like to be a guest on ours? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, we're also in Bakersfield, so yeah, you want to stop over anytime? I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we are not in Bakersfield.
Yeah, I'm like, I know I
talk about the whole diatribe in the beginning.
Yeah, I was born and raised there, but I haven't lived there in a long time, unfortunately.
So the Podbelly Network is based out of Bakersfield.
Yeah, because it was created by Brent and a couple of his associates. Brent from the Sofa King podcast.
Yep.
Go listen to them. They're really good.
Yep, Sofa King's really good. There's a bunch of good stuff on there, and if you're interested in listening to a variety of different podcasts from Star Wars all the way to the Supernatural, Podbelly, start there. And 3PO. And if you find a podcast you like, make sure you go and subscribe, first of all, download their episodes, and give them a review. Just like we would like you to give us a review.
Yeah.
Preferably 5 stars.
Yeah, which again, I haven't checked in a while, the iTunes 5-star reviews.
Yeah, we will read whatever good puts on there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do this live.
Anything that's on the teleprompter.
Yeah, we will read it. But yeah, I'm going into our iTunes right now because I haven't checked this since the last time we had this conversation. It's like, oh yeah, I haven't checked our reviews in a while. And then come to find out we had a bunch of new reviews. So
did we actually read them at that point?
I'm pretty sure we did. Shit, what's today's date?
Today is the 29th.
Oh, well.
Or whatever day it is that you're listening to this.
Yep.
Insert date here.
C. Culver, which I think is also the person who's trying like hell to get into the private Facebook group.
Oh, yeah, we are so, like, I mean, I could show you on the screen, like, there's no member requests. I feel like there's some cosmic entity that's controlling who gets onto the Sidebar Cantina.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we've got somebody else in there with admin rights that's just hitting like reject, reject, reject.
Motherfuckers.
But yeah,
And they let fucking Don Solsky in?
I know, right? But he was the last review that we got, and just to read this, I'm pretty sure we read this already, but this is seriously the best Star Wars podcast. So many great topics to keep you going until the next movie comes out. Keep up the great work. Thanks, C. Culliver. I believe his first name is Caleb. But yeah.
If it's not, we still like you anyway.
And I actually sent you a message on Instagram too if you're listening. So
yes. We'll do it live. If you get in on the YouTube channel and you put in the chat, it's like, hey, get me the fuck in here, then we will do it.
Yeah.
And hello to Keith Lehman.
Yeah, from Layman's Terms.
Layman's Terms podcast.
Yeah.
We got a shout out from him on one of the videos he posted in his group. So thanks, Keith.
Yep.
So yeah, Scott Rasmussen.
Yep. Of Use and Abuse podcast. So I mean, the All Things Star Wars family is growing exponentially.
Right. Did we talk about the Starkiller Studios thing?
We haven't yet.
All right.
Do we want to save that for?
Not today. Okay. I'm not ready to talk about it today.
All right. Things might be coming.
More to follow. Anyway, go to podbelly.com.
Yes. Support those guys and let them know All Things Star Wars sent you.
Exactly.
In the meantime, just want to give a quick shout out to all of our patrons. Thank you everybody who's supported us through Patreon. And if you're not a supporter and you'd like to support the show, patreon.com/ATSW podcast. Huge thanks to Shotgun Mark, Don Solsky, Frank Kulovich, Tactical Swede, Scott Rasmussen, Camille Donovan, Brady Lovin. Is that everybody? Oh, Frederick Martin, Nick Jackson, and I believe that's everybody so far. Thank you, everybody. You're the best.
Thank you. And if you want to pay more money to keep him from snapping, I would love that.
Never going to happen. Though I guess we could make a new reward tier. So
that's true.
We could actually make 2 different reward tiers. One, if you like the snapping, then I will keep doing it. But if more people pick the don't let him snap tier, then
I may take all of my yeah, no, I wish I had like extra income where I could have been like, yes, I will pay for Jason not to do that anymore.
But then I would just, start talking about Stir Whip every episode.
At least it's Star Wars related.
Yeah.
As opposed to most of the shit we talk about.
Indeed. Which we'll get there very soon. But, so last week was kind of a quick and dirty look at the new Rise of Skywalker trailer. Came out late last Monday night when we recorded. We had to fucking sit through the beginning of that game, that fucking bloodbath. Then watch the trailer, then record the podcast. We were both dead fucking tired. Didn't have time to get into really anything else. I don't think we talked about actually getting our tickets for the movie.
I don't think so
last
either.
week. So, yeah, as expected. Now, I knew this was coming, and I'm pretty sure I warned people that the tickets were going to go on sale probably at the very start of the game, long before the fucking trailer hits. And when you know it, they went on sale, I think in the first quarter.
It was before that, because you were still... we were just sitting down to start, testing microphones and shit like that. So...
Right.
I think it was before the game even really started.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it might have been around kickoff time. And yeah, wouldn't you fucking know it, the tickets came up, and goddamn, man, people were really quick on the draw on that shit. But I think because we noticed it fairly early, we missed the initial rush when fucking Fandango and AMC and all those apps started fucking going down. So we got some good tickets, leading up to that, and then it kind of crashed. We got some tickets for later on in the weekend, but yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was fucking aggravating to begin with, because they're not being consistent with letting people know when the shit's going to go on sale. I mean, why the secrecy? I don't know if it's playing coy because they wanted to make sure the servers were ready or whatever.
It might just be to lighten the load. If they don't tell us exactly when, then it won't be 100 million people all trying to buy tickets at the same time.
But I was really disappointed in the fact that AMC really made it seem like there was going to be a lot more venues that they were doing the marathon in, because we had planned on doing the marathon.
Because that was my number one target.
Yeah.
Was because, we had the AMC right down here in Marlton. We were going to do the marathon there because when you type it in the AMC app, it lists all their theaters. I'm like, oh shit, they're going to have this everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're led down this primrose path to I'm going to have this opportunity, and then come to find out, no, it's only going to be in these areas. So, and I know Tactical Swede was out there looking, because he wanted to go with us for the marathon. He was saying, hey, he saw some stuff on the internet. Tactical Swede is the kind of guy who goes and like he'll click through a lot of the clickbaity stuff.
Yeah.
And he'll be talking about it with me at work, and I'll be like, I know, there's a reason. He gets himself all aggravated about idiots because these idiots post fucking obvious clickbaity shit.
Yeah.
And he gets himself all worked up. I'm like, you know what? This is why I don't partake.
Yes, and I have a sidebar about that. Finish your story, but I want.
But so anyway, the fact that I'm just upset. I'm upset that we can't do the marathon without having to travel like DC or New York.
Yeah.
And even with that, we had put stuff in the AMC app to say, hey, notify me when this is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it never worked.
Nope.
So they released the tickets early, which thankfully you were on the ball with that.
Yep.
They dicked us over the fucking, the how you doing, the fucking marathon.
Yeah.
And then after all of that, the idiots that fucking go out there and say like, oh, Disney did something to fucking rig the system so there would be the highest ticket sales and blah, blah, blah. Like, more of this clickbaity bullshit.
Yeah.
And I actually, where did I hear it? Like, I was clicking through a radio station or something, and I heard somebody start to say, oh, I heard Disney. I'm like, oh, let me stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped and listened to it for half a second. It was like, oh, you know, a rumor has it that Disney like cook the books to make it seem like the Rise of Skywalker is be so much better because so many people are disappointed about Last Jedi. I find it hard to believe that every single movie theater that's trying to sell tickets that has to, you know, buy this movie to be able to show it, I highly doubt that they were making up fucking seats.
No.
Not when so many people are going to fucking buy it.
Yeah, you know people are going to buy it. Even
it's-
like as much as people bitch about The Last Jedi, we have in the past, we're still going to see fucking Rise of Skywalker, as are all those other fucking douche nozzles. So just stop, people. There's no conspiracy. People are excited about Star Wars, and they're doing a good job marketing-wise of building this up as the end of the Skywalker saga. So even if you didn't like Last Jedi, you know, they're selling this as, if you've liked Star Wars at all through any of these 9 films, this is the conclusion to all of that.
It's time to come see it wrap up. And
yeah.
I don't think they're doing a good job of marketing at all, but that's beside the point. I do think that what they are doing to market it, they're definitely including the fact that, hey, this is going to be the last.
Yeah.
But regardless, you don't need to fake it. Disney doesn't need to. There's a great meme that had it was a Rick and Morty mashup where it's like Disney basically alluding to the fact that Disney, with the Marvel property and everything else, Disney's just like fucking handing itself money left and right. It's just fucking fantastic.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I was reading an article a couple days ago. They were talking about the weekend box office and how Joker bounced back and is the #1 movie again over this last weekend because it's got this real, you know, following. And they were listing all of the top movies of the year. And besides Joker, like the top 10 movies, the rest of the top 10 of this year are all Disney joints.
Oh, yeah.
It's all like fucking Marvel and fucking like the live action animated shit, and it's all Disney movies.
And for the Joker, can DC even really claim that? I mean, I guess they can, but yeah.
That
shit's not going to last for very much longer.
No, but I mean, yeah, Joker's been very surprising box office wise, and in a good way. But that's neither here nor there. So, the sidebar that I wanted to get on, you talked about Tactical Sweden doing all the clickbaity shit.
Yep.
I still see the shit, even though I've started my social media blackout. Right?
Good
like,
for you.
all of the Star Wars groups that I'm in, I've unclicked the notifications on them, so I shouldn't see any posts from those in my feed. Though I still get like fucking weird random ads from like your clickbaity websites, your comicbook.coms, your WeGotThisCovered.com, another huge fucking clickbaity website. And fucking, I don't know, I'm starting to think this is just like a running joke because every other fucking day I see, oh, Disney working on a new series for this character on Disney Plus. I've literally seen a news story saying, breaking news, a Maz Kanata fucking Disney Plus series, a Darth Maul Disney series, a fucking young Anakin Disney series.
For fuck's sake.
Like basically,
how much younger could they go?
Right.
Zygote Anakin fucking series?
Well, I think they said
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was like you know, like a pre-Darth Vader Anakin prequel series. And I'm like, you know that meme with Will Smith going like this? And just put the Clone Wars and episodes 1, 2, and 3 right there, and he's just
the SpongeBob meme where he's pointing pointing at the pile of diapers, you know, that fucking scene, and it's like, oh, here's the Clone Wars, and then here's fucking Rebels, and then it's everywhere.
Yeah,
not Rebels necessarily, but
that's the thing that's really pissing me off about a lot of these sites is now that one show, well, technically two, now that we've got Obi-Wan and I guess fucking Cassian in the works, now they're like, I swear to God they're making this shit up, but they're plucking every fucking random character. Like, Disney's developing a series about fucking, you know, Bosk, and a fucking series about, you know, Phasma, and a prequel series about this. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
Unless Phasma's going to be alive in it, then all right, whatever.
Well, she won't be alive in Rise of Skywalker, but they could do a prequel series.
Beg to differ. Whether I believe it or not, I beg to differ.
So, getting back to the tickets real quick. So, we got our tickets for opening night. So, we're seeing it that Thursday, the 19th.
Right.
It's at like 10:45 that night. It's going to be pretty late. We got 4 tickets for that. I think we've decided who's all going with us, right? I think it's going to be you, me, the John, Kristen,
right?
Perhaps. So, then I've got tickets for the next day for me and my family. I don't know if you have any next day tickets.
Not yet, no.
Okay, and then I also have tickets for 2 different shows the next day on my birthday, the 21st. Mm-hmm. So I got one for kind of late afternoon, and then one for pretty late that night. You are obviously welcome to come with me to one or both. I don't know if I'm going to go to both, but
I think I already committed to one of them.
Yeah, so, because I think one of them's in your neighborhood. So
it might be.
Yeah.
I forget. You guys were buying tickets left and right. I'm like,
oh, I know. I'm just like,
it was just like guaranteeing, like, okay, I want to get this. I'm going to get this. Here's the right seats. But yeah, totally.
Yeah. So we are definitely going together at least twice that opening weekend. I could potentially be seen at 4 times, up to 4 times that weekend. Yeah, depending. Like I may cancel one of the shows on my birthday. We'll see. Unless it's really good.
Yeah. And then shit, I'd like to take a day off and just see a midweek tape. I just want to fucking take a day off in general. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember we did that for Force Awakens, which was pretty fun. You know,
it was fun.
Yeah, middle of the week kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Even though I think it destroyed your eardrums doing the RPX theater.
Oh, that fucking RPX! Holy God.
Well, and I think one of the ones that I bought on my birthday is an RPX.
Which you know what? The second time, I think for Last Jedi we saw it in RPX.
Yeah, we also saw Force Awakens too.
Yeah,
in RPX.
Well, no, the first time we saw Force Awakens, and then
not the first time, but
no, the first time I was in the RPX theater was for Force Awakens, and then I saw the Last Jedi also in RPX at some point in our viewing.
Correct. Yes.
And it wasn't as bad the second time I'd been in the RPX theater,
except for when fucking purple hair fucking took her.
But that was totally worth it.
Yeah, it was
totally.
The whole fucking theater shook. It was great.
That was pretty fucking worth it.
Yep. So anyway, besides that, we've got some other business that we missed last week when we were strictly talking about the Rise of Skywalker trailer. We're going to get to that as part of our main topic, because our main topic today, which we didn't really get to, is kind of, I call it the Monday night news dump. So Monday night news, because we actually didn't record on Monday nights as per scheduled, and it actually worked out in I'm reading your chat in the chat. Fuck. Oh yeah, so we didn't record Monday night, which worked out well for us because we didn't have a topic this week. So we were just like starting to make up shit, and then we get the fucking new Mandalorian trailer.
We would never make up anything so serious as the topic of the show.
No, never. And then also the Jedi Fallen Order launch trailer, as they're calling it. So we'll talk about that stuff, and if we have time, we'll kind of wrap it into a whole discussion of everything that's coming out over the next fucking couple of weeks, because the massive Star Wars dump. Star Wars is taking a massive dump on all of us for the next 2 months, really.
Hopefully not a giant stinky dump.
Yeah, we will see. So, but we're going to get into all of that as part of our main topic today. Before we get to that, we're going to do our week. So, I'll start if you'd like.
Yeah.
And this is going to kind of cover a 2-week span because we didn't really do our week last week. And the big thing that I wanted to talk about that I've been kind of hyping up for a while was the Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Right.
So, right. Yeah, Kristen and I had tickets to the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Now, again, Kevin Smith, I've been a huge fan of his since the late 90s. Loved all of his View Askew movies, and was really looking forward to Jay and Silent Bob reboot. We had 2 options when we bought tickets for this. We could have gotten them on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night. Tuesday night was just the movie by itself, reboot by itself. Thursday night was a double feature, starting with Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, followed by Reboot. Because technically Reboot is a sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Those two movies go hand in hand.
Right.
I actually was only going to do the single showing on the Tuesday night, but when I went to go buy tickets, all the good seats were fucking gone. Because it was only playing at one local theater here, the one right down the street, actually.
Oh, the Cinemark?
Yeah. So I'm like, well, fuck, I'll go to Thursday. Good seats were available on Thursday, bought them. Kristen and I went. We were like, God, this is going to be a long night. It was a work night. It was the middle of my week where I have to fucking work on the weekends.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, this is going to be rough. We get there and we watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I forgot how much I fucking love that movie,
I haven't
man.
seen that movie in forever.
Oh my God, that movie is fucking great. Me and Kristen are both fucking rolling. We've both seen the movie a handful of times. Well, she's probably only seen it the one time when we saw it in theaters when it launched. But I've seen it a handful of times between theater and then I have it on DVD somewhere over here. But still, fucking hilarious movie. Would never ever fly today. Lots of gay jokes, lots of like super inappropriate fucking jokes that the fucking pussies of today would be like, I can't believe he said that.
Boycotting the theater.
Yeah, we're boycotting, cancel.
Kevin Smith would have been ruined.
Yeah. But god damn, it was fucking hilarious. And Reboot was good. It was different. It was very different. It was like Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back was fan service for Kevin Smith fans. Reboot was like super fan service, like above and beyond. So if you're not familiar with any of the Kevin Smith movies, you'd be completely fucking lost watching this thing. But it was good. It was a very different vibe. Some good jokes, but not nearly as funny as Strikes Back.
Just didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, but again, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a not enjoyable experience. But I don't know. I think seeing it right after Strikes Back, it's like, ugh, yeah, this doesn't quite hold up compared to Strikes Back.
Well, they already had your money, so
yeah,
whichever.
Either way, it was a really good night. We had a lot of fun. Kristen and I don't get a chance to go out to the movies by ourselves very often. Typically it's we're hauling the fucking kids with us to go see whatever. So it was good. It was a nice way to get out for a while.
Nice.
Speaking of Kristen, so she was at the grocery store a few days ago, and I'll just show you. She bought this, just kind of thinking of me and thinking of us in the show. This is Star Wars cereal. That's from General Mills, and that's all it is. It's just Star Wars. It's not called anything. Now, if you look, it's got Kylo Ren and a Sith Trooper on the cover,
right?
But it looks like fucking Lucky Charms because it's basically kind of like a puffy cereal with a bunch of fucking marshmallowy shapes.
It's got BB-8, R2-D2, a Jedi Starfighter, Stormtrooper, and a lightsaber marshmallow.
Nice.
Excuse me.
It's got a tie on the back that you can probably cut out.
Oh hell yeah!
So yeah, she just bought that, and I just thought I'd bring it up on the show because this is Mel Brooks's vision, right? This is the merchandising. Yeah. Star Wars, the breakfast cereal, and Star Wars, the flamethrower.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need the Star Wars, the flamethrower.
Yeah, but I mean,
we have a flame trooper, right? There's one right there.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy because if you really look hard, they'll fucking slap that Star Wars logo on everything. There's like fucking Star Wars apples out there. Just bag of apples. They put the fucking Star Wars logo on.
And Star Wars bananas, where it has just the bag of bananas just has like a Yoda sticker on it. It's like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like I said, Mel Brooks called it, man. Yeah, man. Like we thought Lucas was bad. Shit. Wait until you get it in the hands of Disney. So.
God damn.
I just thought that was worth bringing up. As we talked about at the top of the show, the fucking Niners 7-0, undefeated, beat another team with a winning record this weekend.
Which is important because it was the first time,
right?
This season that they beat a team with a winning record.
Second time. Thank you. When they beat the Rams were only 3-2, but they did have a winning record or 4-2, something like that. Anyway, yes, they've been beating up on the fucking retarded kids on the lot, but every once in a while they'll beat up somebody that's of semi-equal standing. Yep. So
hey, keep riding that defense. Right now, it's winning your football games for sure.
Yeah,
and I got them in a fantasy league too, so keep it up.
Yeah, man, it's an exciting year to be a fucking 49ers fan. Scott in the chat, he knows. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know how long this fucking wave is going to gonna keep going, but
And listen,
I'm enjoying the ride.
the NFC, aside from a kind of a surging Saints, with Drew Brees Drew Brees back, and then they beat up.
He's a transracial. He identifies as black now. That's
fair enough. I mean, so far with that, just go completely off the fucking rails. Just like get shut down.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get past that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And, who did the Rams who did the Saints play?
Was it Minnesota?
It wasn't Minnesota. But I can't remember. So it's not that important.
Yeah.
Yeah. The NFC right now is kind of a shit show.
Well, in a good way. Like it's
Says
the tougher of the two conferences. You take the Patriots out of the AFC is fucking trash.
It's true.
They are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Like, I'd put the Eagles, even the Eagles, over most teams in the AFC.
Wow. Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome.
You motherfucker. You're really going out on a limb there, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking 49ers win a few games in a row, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah, I think even the Eagles could beat those teams. Okay. All right, I'll remember that shit.
Fair enough. But, yeah, no.
You bitches playing next week.
Next week is another easy-ish game. I think it's Washington, actually. So,
oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So it's... Oh, no, Arizona. Again, about the same caliber.
Yeah,
but after that is when the schedule starts getting tough. We've got fucking Seattle. We play the Saints and the fucking Packers this regular season.
Huh?
So all those games are going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
So, yeah, it's good. But again, I'm riding the wave for as long as I can. I'm excited. It's good shit.
Whatever.
All right. So besides that, I've just been working a lot. I worked not this last weekend, but the weekend before. Fucking yeah, they're the worst. But working and working out, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. So
What is it? Tan.
oh, GTL, Gym
Yeah.
Tan Laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
Yep. And that's all I got.
So, mine's more of the same. Just work. We didn't tape last night because I went and gave a presentation for, I guess you could call it a presentation for the county Veterans Advisory Board for the Board of Freeholders.
Okay.
So they had some freeholders there and representatives from the American Legion and the VFW and everything else. And they contacted me on Friday and asked me, hey, we're doing a thing on Monday. Can you come out? I'm like, okay. So I'm doing this thing for Wreaths Across America for the county cemetery. And apparently, I mean, it wasn't represented for Wreaths Across America. If you're not familiar with the organization, go to wreathsamerica.org, wreathsacrossamerica.org, and you can find out about its mission and everything else. It's a huge, huge thing for Arlington, the National Cemetery. They go down and place the wreaths there. Something that Steve Ritter and his daughter worked on when we were up in the squadron. So anyway, nobody was doing it for our county, and I've spent most of my adult life, in this, actually most of my life period, in Camden County.
Mm-hmm.
So it just was a way I felt like it was underserved to not have representation for the holidays and placing wreaths. So I took it upon myself to start it. So most of you on the podcast that have been following us for a while know that I did it last year, doing it again this year. So they had me to do a presentation. Holy fuck, dude, if I wasn't the youngest person by 20 years there.
Really?
Holy shit. All these old fucking veterans, man. Korean War vets, just like, oh, God, gotta get this money, it's like, oh my fucking God.
Wow.
I was like, I'm like hemorrhaging. Like, I legitimately think I aged 15 years and had a stroke while I was fucking sitting there. Hey, I'm super, super glad that the county has something like this where all they can coordinate with all the veterans organizations, all that stuff. Great stuff. Freeholders that care and shit like that, but fuck me if we're not even close to being represented in that group. Like, I don't know. We're relatively young. We're old for military.
Yeah.
Because we're career guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the grand scheme of things, like all this age group and this demographic, if they wonder why we don't participate in the VFW and the American Legion, this is why. Because it's all these old fuckers that have no clue what it's like to be in an all-volunteer military.
That's true. Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, and Bronco Fett, Reese Across America at in Boise. Great job. I really think it's a good organization. If there's something bad out there about it, I don't know. But again, this is something that I felt personally that I wanted to be involved in, and I've been doing it. So anyway, that was Monday night. That was last night.
Yeah.
So that's why we're taping tonight. Finishing up the lodge here, so it's been real busy with lodge stuff. Also, we had our Christmas party. No Star Wars representation in our Christmas party or Christmas Halloween party. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Our Halloween party this year. Yeah, no Star Wars representation. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Kathy and I were Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, and
I saw the Facebook
yeah,
pictures.
Kathy made great costumes.
Yeah.
It was great. The guys would have loved it. You know, the potato, should have been there as the carrot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been good.
That would have been good.
See, we should have coordinated that.
We get to coordinate. So yeah, we did that and had a kids party, just craziness and nonstop. In the midst of all that, for my birthday, I downloaded the new Call of Duty game, which, by the way, very, very good.
Yeah.
It's not. I expected it to be an updated version of the reboot that they did. So you had Modern Warfare, right? And then
the original Modern Warfare.
The original one. Then they did a reboot of that where they churched up the graphics and everything else.
But it was the same game. They just like upped the textures.
Basically,
and things like that.
but like the achievements and everything else, all that shit was the same. This is not a reskinning of the old game. This is actually the gameplay.
It's a reboot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. By definition.
The first one was a remaster where they
Right.
just took the same game, just made it look a little prettier, added some bells and whistles. This one is a reboot where they created a new game from scratch based off of the original game.
Yeah, and the interactions are different. The level ups and things. Just the gameplay itself is different.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better. I think. I don't know. I've only had a few minutes to play it legitimately. I just haven't had time. So I'm looking forward to having a few minutes where I can actually sit down and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But there's moments are few and far between, unfortunately.
Such is the life of an adult.
So, talking about adulting and not being an adult,
do we need to clear space?
we have pops, people.
Oh shit.
We have pops. This is the portion of the All Things Star Wars podcast. We pull out some pops, baby.
Yeah, this has become a regular bit on the show.
Yeah,
lately,
which really, honestly, it needs to stop. I think this is part of my depressive nature is that I try and liven things up with pops. So we talked about not having a TIE Fighter pilot pop in the studio, so we had to get one of those.
Yep, and this is an original TIE pilot, not a first order.
Yeah, the OG, as it were. C-3PO, not C-3PO.
Oh shit! What would this guy say at a time at this?
Dynamite taste.
Motherfucking Lando.
Yeah.
Pimp Daddy himself.
Yeah, so we have to blame Nick, our tactical Swede, for some of this because he goes to the GameStop on base there and he came back and he had some toys and he's like, oh, they had this, and this there. I'm like, motherfucker. So a couple days later, I went in there and, we had gotten paid and I had a couple of quarters banging around in my pocket. So I'm like, I would like to procure a couple of these more unique ones.
Yeah.
I can't have them all. Shouldn't have them all. Let's just put it that way. Should not have them all. But we're gonna have these.
Oh.
So the box is a little banged up. I think the puppy tried to get into the box.
Yeah, this is the Inquisitor. For those of you who can't see it, from Jedi Fallen Order.
So that's the second sister.
Yeah.
Inquisitor.
Now notice too the fucking numbers on these things. This Inquisitor is 338.
Yeah,
338 motherfucking pops.
I think we've established that the numbering is not quite
well, I would imagine
standardized.
But that's how many have been made, right? Like, doesn't it go from 1 to fucking 338?
Honestly, the fuck if I know.
I would imagine so.
So
I mean, that would make the most sense to me.
So, in the effort of trying to make sense, while in the GameStop there on base, And guy working there, I can't remember your name. If you're watching, hopefully you subscribed, liked, shared, all that good stuff.
Oh, the guy that's worked in there for fucking years at the GameStop?
You know what? I'm not there so frequently that I would recognize people straight away, but we had a conversation about some of his theories for Rise of Skywalker. I told him, hey, log in the podcast and fucking bring it up because we'll talk about it. But anyway, so I got a couple of pops and then was talking to him, then get ready to walk away, and I turn a corner and I see the edge of this guy with the R2D2 Christmas one. Now, at the Berlin Mart, I had procured 3PO.
Yep, and Yoda.
And Yoda in the Christmas version. I'm like, it's a shame we probably won't see these guys, right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they're newer than I thought they were because here was R2.
Uh-oh.
Vader.
What? Oh, shit. Look at that. With the fucking candy cane.
With a candy cane. And Chewbacca.
And fucking Chewie. All right, put that.
So, if you look on the back here, we now have the complete Christmas set.
We have all 5, which is fitting because this week is Halloween, and at the end of Halloween rolls right into the Christmas season, right?
Well, if you go into any fucking store anywhere, it's already the Christmas season.
Yeah, it's been Christmas for like 2 weeks.
I like how angry Chewbacca is, wrapped up in fucking lights and shit.
Well, wouldn't you be too?
Well, look at him. He looks like he's about to choke somebody with those fucking lights. So he's got a grip in there. Like, I can appreciate that.
I'll eat your ass like a fucking porg.
Allegedly. I mean, we don't know if he ate the pork or not.
I would hope so. I mean, it fucking died already.
So.
Oh my god, there's more.
But wait, there's more. So.
Did this pain you to buy? Did it hurt? Did it kill you a little bit inside to buy this?
So.
If you're watching in the YouTube chat, you know what I'm talking about.
There's something about these pops that just screams it, like, you gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Star Wars pops. I mean, it's just they're so fucking, like, the way they're displayed in a box. You don't have to necessarily take them out to enjoy them. It's not like these Black Series figures. Every time you look at them, you're like, I want to take that out and I want to play with it.
Yeah. These
are like, the presentation makes you want to, like, keep it in a box and display it on the wall, much like we have.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Boba Fett, we have the Mandalorian, and we have to complete the set, and that set's not complete without the OG Boba Fett.
Yeah, from the holiday motherfucking special.
Yep. Apparently it was a Funko, what is it?
Insider Club exclusive?
Yeah, exclusive. So, with this fucking pig sticker thing that they decided, which we'll talk about later when we break down the Mandalorian trailer. So there's that. And
oh my god, you got more.
There's one more.
Kathy is going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, she is.
Django! Yes, I was just going to say. We don't have a Django Fett, do we?
Right, so we don't. Now we do.
Nice.
We've got a Django Fett.
And this is a Walgreens exclusive.
Right.
You got to love the fucking marketing with these fucking pops.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, you can only get this one if you get it from Walgreens. So you better go buy it.
Like, you go to Walmart and you look at these things, like, but they're under $10. Like, it's single digit. Like, if you're buying something and it's single digits, you almost feel like you're stealing it.
Mm-hmm,
it's like, oh well, it's less than $10, so I'm not, like, spending a lot. Never mind that there's fucking a stack of them here, but it's I am so excited to fill this wall with pops. It is like stupid. It is stupid how excited I am.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to move the Starkiller sign, make room for more pops.
Yeah, we'll have to. We got to come up with something creative. Oh,
He's got receipts.
I got receipts. Maybe that kid's name is on here.
Don't show those.
No. I want to see if the kid's name is on here so we can give him.
Oh,
Nicholas was the kid's name working behind the counter.
You said he's a younger guy?
Yeah, younger.
Oh, he's not the guy I'm thinking of. There's a guy that works there. He's the manager. He's been there for fucking 10 or more years.
I've probably seen him. I go in there sporadically because I downloaded the games.
Yeah.
The only reason I would go into GameStop is for something like this. So, But Nicholas, if you're listening, hit us up. Hit us up in the chat. Subscribe, share, and I've got a pile of business cards you can keep in the shop if you know people that enjoy the podcast.
Yep.
And that's it.
All right.
If you can believe it.
I can.
This is over a period of a couple weeks, too. This wasn't just all in one shot. This was like, okay, let me piece this together, except for the fucking turning the corner. And there's the amount of Star Wars pops that are out there. Like, they got the 2-person sets. They got a Millennium Falcon with Han sitting in the cockpit.
Nice.
That's like $65. And Nick and I both are just like, oh, man, I want to buy it so bad. Speaking of, sidebar, fucking Big Swede, Tactical Swede, otherwise known as Nick, he fucking got the hyperreal. He got the hyperreal Vader.
What is that?
Hyperreal, like it's a statue. That hyperreal statue, the Vader one. This is one of the. We have a problem.
Yes.
And Nick is an enabler. So
didn't he just buy a house?
Yes.
How can he afford to buy all his extra Star Wars shit?
I don't know, and I don't care. I really have to live vicariously through him, except for buying a couple pops. But yeah, the hyperreal is legit. Check out his feed, and you can look at. He's got it on top of his. He built that Sith computer where it says Sith inside, and he's got all the red LEDs and everything inside.
Yeah, he posted those in the cantina.
Yeah, so
pretty fucking sweet.
The fucking Vader statue sitting on the top of it. It's just like perfect.
Nice.
So and got a wicked cool fucking Revan tattoo to go underneath his Maul tattoo.
I saw that as well. Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yep.
He at oh shit, what's the name of Brett's shop? It's like the Tatooine parlor or something like that. I know it's Tatooine is like the baseline of it.
So speaking of which, I've been looking to get some new ink, and I'm looking for a potential place to go.
Yeah.
Can you get that info for me?
Yeah.
From him?
Yeah.
And send it to me, or have him send it to me, or something. Because
I'm probably gonna. I think he's booking for January right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I really need to. That's shitty, Dave. You really should know these things.
Yeah.
Hang on. If I'm gonna plug a shop, I might as well plug it right. So it's
doing it live, folks.
Tattoo.
While he's doing that, I'll look at the chat real quick. It's been Christmas in stores since September. That's right, Scott. Holiday special Fett. Yes, Bronco Fett's very excited. It's not Django Unchained. It's Django Fett.
But you hear that every fucking time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Canadian in the... Well, here, I'll just say this. I'm not going to talk about the fantasy football stuff, but you should all tune in to the booth in the back every Wednesday evening in the All Things Star Wars Sidebar Cantina and listen to those guys recap the fantasy football. Great show, good shit. Don and Brady are
Very
fucking
funny.
awesome, and still waiting for their first podcast.
Make sure, well, you have to watch the video for that because it's the cards are fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. The visuals are perfect. But
they do a great job with that.
And hello, Tevin in the chat.
Hello, Tevin in Bermuda.
Bermuda,
right? Bermuda.
Yeah,
Bermuda.
We remember because we care about our listeners.
Tatooine body art.
Oh, you're fucking still looking for that?
Yeah. What? I mean, you wanted the information, so I went and I fucking got the information.
So let's hear it then.
That's the name of the place, Tatooine Body Art.
All right, where is it?
It is in Browns Mills.
Ooh. I don't know if I'd trust a tattoo parlor in Browns Mills.
Dude, the guy does amazing work. His artwork is really, really good.
They don't call it Murder Mills for nothing. So.
Hey, listen, if we were going to open up a store, right, and we needed cheap property, where are you going to find it?
Browns Mills.
Yeah.
And you've got that whole military audience right there.
Yep,
so
exactly.
It's like you said, he's booked through January, so that's a telling sign.
Look, don't listen to him. Brett does really good work. I've seen it firsthand.
I don't doubt it.
I will probably go there for my first one.
Yeah.
Which I'm torn between whether or not it's going to be an American flag or the Empire symbol.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult choice.
You could do dual flags, like a cross
nothing
American
like
flag
that.
on here.
The intent is to do a American flag like we have it on our patches, our uniform patches.
Yeah.
Do an American flag and then do an Empire logo.
Well, there you go. Do both.
Not at the same time. Fuck that.
What are you, a bitch?
I don't know yet. I haven't had one. I could very well fucking be a bitch. But until I actually do it, I have to decide which one. If it's the only one I'm ever going to have, I got to make sure that's the one I really, really want.
That
so
is true.
these are
And
tough choices.
and I say it from memory because my one tattoo that I have, it's fucking 23 years old.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time. You know, I was a lot younger and a lot tougher, I guess, back then. So I don't know.
You've been working out. Maybe it's gonna
Yeah,
be better.
but the next one is gonna be like on my fucking tricep, going up my arm, on my bicep, and it's gonna be it's gonna be pretty.
Listen, you need to come by the office and check out Nick's tattoos because they're fucking the artwork is fantastic.
I gotta meet this guy. I still have yet to actually meet this dude in person. We work on the same fucking base. We share a fucking friend, but yeah, I can't actually meet him in person. So whatever.
Yeah, you can. You could fucking leave your office and come over at some point.
Or just fucking we can all meet for lunch one day. I don't know.
Anyway.
So moving on, we're gonna get to our main topic, I think.
Tevin asks, what's tonight's stream about? Scott responds, I'm hoping top 10 wrestling themes hope to release weekend of Survivor Series. Oh, wait. Jason, are you going to answer my request for your presence on using Abused?
Did you ask me about that?
I don't know. I'm sure he has.
I mean, I know we talked about it like months and months ago. Is there a recent?
The problem with Jason being like the focal point for a lot of this stuff is that Jason forgets. He doesn't forget to work out. He doesn't forget to wear tank tops.
I am very disorganized. That's like one of my biggest flaws. You should see my desk at work. It's terrible.
I've heard.
Oh, did the John tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That fucking guy.
Yep. And was I surprised? Nope.
Whatever. So, yeah, Scott, if you said something, then I totally missed it. So, resend your request or whatnot. Anyway, we ready to get to our main topic?
I don't know. Let's look at the notes to make sure that we got everything.
Reactor.
Yeah. Empire stuff. Lots of Empire stuff. No, I think we're ready. Let's go.
Right. So,
do it.
One thing that we missed last week,
do it,
because we were too preoccupied with the Rise of Skywalker trailer, was the fact that they released the premiere dates for every episode of season 1 of The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that that really stuck out to me that I was a little bit disappointed by, but I think we knew this anyway, is the fact that it's only 8 episodes. So
right.
Sad face. So an 8-episode season. Thankfully, they're already working on season 2. I don't know if they've actually filmed it yet, but I know Favreau's been writing it, and it's in the works. So hopefully we don't have too long of a wait.
So it's 8 episodes every week, or is there like a break between?
Well, so here's the thing. This is kind of what I was hoping they would do. Before I saw this list, I was kind of hoping we'd see, a good 4 or 5 episodes from November into December, and then they'd take like a several week break. Because there's something else going on, Star Wars related, in the middle of December that I think might kind of take some of our attention away. And that would be a good opportunity for them to do sort of a mid-season break and then resume in January. This way they can kind of stretch it out, kind of like stretch out the whole Star Wars hype with, half of The Mandalorian before Rise of Skywalker and then half after.
Yeah, because you want to get that repeat audience into Rise of Skywalker. You don't want them distracted by the fact that, now there's another, I'm going to go watch The Mandalorian, and maybe you don't go back and watch Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I think, let me say this straight away.
Mm-hmm.
I am really surprised at how many people are going out there and saying, hey, I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian, that aren't necessarily big Star Wars people.
Yeah.
The Squadron Commander, we happened to be talking about something, and he started talking about The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I know that John, in recent text conversation, we were going back and forth, and he was saying he's super excited about The Mandalorian. Not as much about he was very disappointed with The Last Jedi, and he doesn't think he's going to be impressed with the Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
However, he is going to see it. I mean, obviously he's a Star Wars fan, but
sure.
It's remarkable the following that The Mandalorian is getting. I think solely based on its tone.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this isn't a rehash of something you've already known. This is something completely new, and it has a dark element to it, and I think people are drawn to that.
Right, because with the movies, even though they do make them a little bit dark at times, they have to have a family audience. Right. Whereas Mandalorian, I don't think they're shooting for that demographic.
I don't think so either.
I think they're shooting for an adult audience.
This is like, for Disney Plus, this is can we dare say this is probably the headiest that they're going to be as far as something that is not going to be appropriate for all audiences.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine them doing something else that's like along this line? I mean, maybe if you have some Marvel property that you decide you're going to do that with.
Which, I mean, there's a chance for that, but as of right now, that's what we're looking at as far as probably like
I can't stand it anymore.
Yeah, but as far as like the heaviest content on the platform, this is probably going to be it. I mean, at least from what we've seen, and we'll get into the trailer a little bit as we progress. But talking about the release date, so obviously we know it airs November 12th, which is less than 2 weeks from now.
Woohoo!
Or exactly 2 weeks from now, something like that. Anyway, 2 weeks. 2 weeks we get the premiere. Episode 2, 3 days later on November 15th. And then every 7 days after that. So episode 3 is November 22nd, then the 29th, December 6th, December 13th, which, as we know, Rise of Skywalker is a week after that, the 20th, which they don't do one on the 20th, but the very next week, December 27th, is the season finale, episode 8. So it seems like weird timing. Like, I understand they want this to be the flagship of the new streaming service, right? So they want to stack some episodes at the beginning, which I understand. But God, you gotta balance it out with Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I'm sure everybody's gonna watch all of these as soon as they come out.
Oh, you also have Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep.
That we're also going to talk about.
Yeah.
And you have, well, I mean, I guess the books and shit like that don't really drive much aside from a very, very dedicated audience.
Yeah.
But their whole marketing scheme for the franchise right now, I think, is really fucking skewed.
Yeah.
I just don't know that. After the fact, it may seem like, okay, this was fucking brilliant because they got this, and this going on in the fucking new year. We don't know.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It does seem to sandwich a little bit too much into there, but
yeah, it's like, why jam it all into December? You know, like into November and December. Like, why not stretch it out? You know, because after fucking that season finale, there's nothing. We're not going to see anything until probably the fucking Clone Wars debuts in like the middle of 2020. You know, so
yeah, the Clone Wars, and you have a Kenobi joint that's.
But that's not supposed to happen until like 21.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I wish I could say I understood what their fucking marketing plan was, because I really don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that don't make a lot of sense, but they may be focusing on other Marvel shit in the beginning of the year.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
You know, come 2020.
But I mean, from our perspective, we don't give a shit about any Marvel shows or anything like that. We want to know what's next for Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, because they're jamming everything into December, it's going to be a great fucking November and December for Star Wars fans. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be sensory overload for us. And I know it probably sounds weird, me complaining about all the content that's coming out, but I'd rather it be stretched out so we can kind of enjoy it longer, because we're going to get that fucking, you know, we're going to have this big fucking crescendo, all this big shit going on, fucking Rise of Skywalker a week after the fucking Mandalorian season finale, and then boom. Complete fucking off the cliff drop off.
Utter blackness.
Until probably mid 2020, which is a little sad. So.
But we don't know. Honestly, I am the kind of person at this point, I'm just like, give it all to me right now.
Yeah.
I will take it. Take it all in the face. And, oh, God, just rub it on my titties. Yeah, whatever. I will take all of it, and I would almost rather engorge myself now than worry about what's 2020 going to look like.
Sure.
Because we're going to be able to watch it throughout, like, hey, we don't know. They could maybe they produce a fucking theatrical release. You know, maybe they release the original theatrical thing. Maybe they get that worked out.
That would be nice.
They could have something in the back, you know, behind their back. They're like, okay, we're gonna let this pan out. We're not even gonna talk about what we can be doing.
Yeah.
In between these two things, I don't think they'll let it go dry that entire time. I just don't think they will. So they could have something in the bag that they're not telling us, and that's great.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I will enjoy all of it. Oh God, it's so good.
Yeah. So that was all. I just wanted to talk about that because I didn't like the timing with the second half of the Mandalorian season, but whatever. It could end up being good, but fuck, man. Like, it's going to go from where we are right now to all of a sudden just fucking everything right in your face between Fallen Order. There's a book coming out like next week, right?
Yeah, I
the
hope
Resistance
so.
book. The fucking obviously
Striker.
Mandalorian, and there's 2 Mandalorian episodes within 3 days of each other, so it's gonna be just a fucking huge just shot right in our fucking faces. So
Oh, Billy. Oh, God.
and it's not gonna stop and until the end of December when it just again just fucking boom off the cliff at that point. And you know maybe we'll need that break at that point. Maybe it'll just be like so much fucking Star Wars at that point. It'd be like, okay, time out. Let's kind of relax for a minute and then
We don't need a timeout.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, the beauty of all this is there's going to be no shortage of fucking show topics for us for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, like next week, if we can manage, we could do the book, the Resistance book, and then flow right into.
Yeah, weren't you supposed to be going TDY or something?
Yeah, well, that got canceled.
Yeah, but with the book release.
Yeah, I was supposed to be gone for like the last 3 days of my trip were the first 3 days that the book was out. So the plan was to try to knock out the book.
Well, you're just going to have to do it on your normal commute then.
Yeah, oh, I could do the audiobook if there's one. Ooh, I like the sound of that. So I will do it.
Do it.
So, all right, moving on. Last night, this was like, I'm pretty sure this was after I went to bed or just as I was getting ready for bed because I didn't watch it last night. I watched it this morning when I got up. They released a new trailer for The Mandalorian, the final trailer as they call it. So we're going to break it down just the same way we do like all of the other trailers. We're going to play it live here on the show. We're going to pause it and kind of go scene by scene and talk about certain aspects. There was some really good stuff that I liked in this new Mandalorian trailer. There was some rehashes of some old footage that we saw, but I think there was enough of the new footage that's worth discussing. So
well, and you hear a voice that we hadn't heard yet.
The Mandalorian's voice? Oh, I thought we had heard him talk.
I don't know. I'm throwing it out there like it's new.
Okay, maybe.
Kind of like a clickbaity thing, you know. It's like, hey, we hear the voice for the first time.
No,
except for when we hear the voice the other time.
You know what it was? Remember when that pirated footage from I think it was Celebration came out, where you and we watched it on YouTube. It was kind of like a fucking shaky cam, somebody recording it. He spoke in that, but I don't think he has in any of these trailers. Okay. So this is the first publicly released footage that they've put out there that does have his voice in it. So
okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see before we get past it and I forget. I'm looking to see when I'm getting that book. Release date is Tuesday, November 5th for the book.
Okay, so that's this coming Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a week from today. So all right, we need to get on that, and it is in audio. Yes.
I bought the book, so I will look to see if it is in audio.
So
and I'm willing to bet that it is. Yeah, audiobook is 1 credit.
Okay, and I got charged from Audible a few days ago. I noticed. I'm like, well, I didn't know I was subscribed to Audible still. So apparently, I'm gonna have a credit.
There you go. So see, everything happens for a reason.
Indeed. So, before we get into this, I think we may have to deal with a situation.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this.
Sure.
All right. So before we get into the trailer, we will be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Oh my god. Can't we? The worst. The absolute worst. Yeah, this is going to be a minute of looking at Dave's ass because I really want to. We're going to take this, move that here for a moment, and then just to get these out of the way, I'm going to put that one there and put Boba on top. That and with Django. Oh, stop making noises! Oh God, it's gross. And the Mandalorian, and then the Christmas ones all have to be together, obviously. I could put Neem Num over there, and maybe we'll do the Christmas ones across. Oh my God, so many pops, so awesome. We'll go like that. We'll do this, like that. Sweet. And we got Second Sister Inquisitor and Lando. And then TIE Fighter Pilot. Sweet. Alright, so I might as well go since
Alright.
we're going. I'm looking for a thumbtack. Oh, here we go. Colt 45. Colt 45.
Is that gonna stay? Shit.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Once
Looks
my ass
good.
gets out of the way?
Mm-hmm.
Turn this heater off, dude.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fucking dying.
Forgot I turned that on. I'm comfortable. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'm cracking this last Yingling Oktoberfest beer. Again, probably the last Oktoberfest beer I'm going to drink this year. I'm very sad. Tastes like dynamite. All right, let me see what's up in the chat. Yeah, Scott, resend the request because yeah. Dude, my Amazon order just came. Sith Troopers are freaking. What kind of Sith Trooper, Tom? Is it a Black Series? And I cannot believe it's already snowing out there in Idaho. Freaking crazy.
Woo!
Scott sent screenshots of our conversation. On the 21st of October, Jesus.
Pretty much the best ever.
It is. Coming on. Top 10 wrestling. Oh, I love that idea. Top 10 wrestling entrance themes. Oh, oh my God, that's awesome. Yes, count me in. However we can do it, let's do it because that would be awesome.
Do it.
Oh man, God, I already know what my number one would be. But
is it snowing anywhere else?
Yeah, it's fucking snowing in Boise right now. Which, to Kristen's sister,
can we see Starkiller?
Yeah,
What
it's good.
damn, if the shirt was darker, Dave could be Jim Harbaugh for Halloween. Only if I had a big shit stain down my fucking khakis.
All right, are we ready to resume?
I don't see why not.
All right, you got the trailer queued?
C.
3PO. 30 seconds of silence starting now. And we're back! So, now, get into this new Mandalorian trailer. When it first starts, like when you see that first thumbnail, it's the same fucking shot that started the last trailer with the Stormtrooper helmets in the fucking dirt and on the fucking pikes. So initially I'm like, is this a new trailer? I thought we saw this one already. So we're going to break this down, go scene by scene. We're going to skip over the shit that we've already seen because I don't think we need to rehash most of that. But
oh, you know what? Before I start this, let me mute this.
all right. Yeah, oh yeah, and turn up the volume of that one.
Yeah, because otherwise we're gonna hear ourselves talking about this
On a delay of all things.
Yeah, so it'll be awesome. For
Yeah.
All right, I think we're ready.
All right, so this is the Mandalorian official trailer 2. And play. Pause. So, is the world more peaceful since the revolution? Obviously referring to the rebellion.
Right.
And we've gotten hints of this in some of the expanded material where it's not necessarily better after the Empire falls and the New Republic takes over. fucking gangs all over the Outer Rim are taking over, even in some of the core worlds and everything else. There's a little bit more lawlessness
Yeah.
when the Republic takes over. So,
And it's interesting, like this stormtrooper heads on a pike imagery.
yeah.
I'm really curious. Like, obviously, it's kind of like a shock to the system. It's like, okay, obviously we're showing who won,
Yeah.
right? The victors put their opponents' heads on pikes.
Yeah.
So, but how did we get to, like, where is this that we got this level of fighting where they fought against something like some of these stormtrooper helmets have like big gashes in the fucking across them and shit like that, like
they were fighting fucking beasts or something,
right? Like they're guys with fucking clubs and shit like that. So I'm curious to see if we get into get some place where we figure out how we got to this point.
Sure. And I mean, this looks like Tatooine. It's kind of like rocky, deserty homes or buildings looking things.
It's fucking Florida stucco with some rounded how you doings.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be Tatooine. It could just be some planet we've never heard of.
Which is going to be most likely the case.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're really making an effort to draw this story away from our band of misfits.
Yeah. Because, this could be any place that got sick of the Empire shit, and, like, as soon as the revolution started, they're like, yeah, fuck these guys. So,
although seeing this makes me really want to get a bucket. I mean, it really, really does.
Yeah.
Like, more so than ever.
Yeah, I'm with the whole costume.
Me too, but I'll start with a cheap bucket.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
And go?
Yep.
Dewbacks.
Yep. Okay, so it's a shame that your people suffered. I'm assuming talking about the Mandalorians, because as we learned from Rebels and probably the Clone Wars too, the Mandalorians were pretty tight in the Empire's grip.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of bullshit happening on Mandalore. So I'm assuming that's what this guy's referring to.
I'm assuming you have to assume that because of what we know, but at the same time, I hate to bring up expanding universe shit, but
it's all part of the Disney canon, though.
No. I'm talking about like.
Oh, you're talking Legends material.
Legends material. Oh. And if we talk about Legends material and we talk about like what the Mandalorians with the disease and how they couldn't leave the planet and this other shit, it would make more sense. Like why a Mandalorian in particular would make a statement like that. I don't know. When I heard that statement, it's like, okay, how did their people suffer?
Yeah.
Like how did they suffer? Like, and is this what we're talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw.
Is he actually Mando?
That is true. I mean, it's The Mandalorian is the name of the show, so I would assume so.
Yeah. People assume that Boba Fett's Mandalorian, and we know that that's not the case.
Right, which is whatever.
Yeah.
Carry on. Nice shot. God, I love his fucking armor. It's okay. So first of all, I don't know what it is about his armor in this. It's so similar to the Fett armor, to the traditional Mandalorian armor, but it looks so good in this. I don't know if it's because it's fucking shinier, it's cleaner.
Well, it's new.
Yeah.
So for us, it's not. Here, hold that.
Yeah.
So we can make some comparisons.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, Fett's armor has seen some better days.
Right. So we're looking at the. I don't know, man. It just.
Something about it, man, just looks fucking just.
And honestly, like the silvers and the browns that are like tonally make more sense, I guess, to like a bounty hunter, like somebody who think Wild Wild West, right?
Oh yeah.
So as moviegoers and everything, we can kind of relate everything to a Western.
Yep.
And
that's the theme that they were going for with this.
So you're going to get like very primal colors. You're going to get browns. You're going to get like browns and silvers and stuff like that. 6-shooters, because even the gun looks like a 6-shooter.
And the cape too. The cape is like one of those capes that could probably go over him, and you could see him like throwing it back as he's about to fucking
like
pull
Clint
his
Eastwood
gun.
style,
exactly.
like as he's going to do it. So I think maybe that's why. What fucking testicle fucking having man doesn't appreciate a fucking Western where all it is just some fucking badass fucking going in and with this fucking 6-shooter and being like, come at me, bro.
Yep.
Come at me. I'm the fucking hottest shit out here. Come on and take a shot.
Yep.
Whereas Boba Fett, the original Boba Fett, as badass as the armor is, like the greens and things like that, it's got a lot of color and almost lends it to be.
I don't know if I go that far,
but I mean, compared to the fucking Mandalorian,
yeah,
where the whole tone of the whole thing is like dun dun dun. Hopefully, I'm not humming any songs that would get us in any way in trouble.
But in this first shot too, after we see his armor, is him kind of pulling his side piece, right?
Yeah,
and he getting jumped by one of these Bosk looking fucking lizard men. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same species as Bosk.
Right.
If not Bosk him fucking self. Yeah, little hand-to-hand combat. Boom! Shock stick right in the nuts.
Well, yeah, with his fucking staff of Ra that he has from the holiday special.
Yep.
We're just that's it. It's going to be called the holiday special staff of Ra.
There you go. I like it.
From this point forward.
Yeah, so fucking awesome hand-to-hand combat scene. Now we've seen this carbonite scene before. Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. We heard that before with that same fucking visual. Now this is cool. A shot of his ship coming out of hyperspace.
So when you saw the ship, what did you think of? Now I know for the listening audience it's going to be tough, but if you're listening to this podcast, and you're most likely have seen the trailer for this.
Yeah.
Now watch next. I'm going to stop it again, and I want you to tell me what ship you think of.
Okay.
From that angle. Where have we seen a ship with two engines shaped like that before?
Ray's parents?
Yes.
Okay.
That flyaway scene with it's like we had speculation back with The Last Jedi, right? You know, go back to some of the original episodes where we're like kind of getting ready for The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Ray's parentage and stuff like that. That scene where the fucking ship is flying away. We think we see it somewhere in The Last Jedi trailer. It turns out to be something else, you know. But as soon as I saw this, I thought of that. Not because I was looking for it, just because that imagery popped in immediately into my head.
Yeah.
You have a starship, two engines high like that. I could be wrong like I was before. However, that's immediately what I thought of when I saw it. And maybe some of the rest of you did too. Anyway.
It's interesting, but I don't think it's that. But either way, cool space visuals.
Right.
It in hyperspace and now skimming over the top
especially for a television series.
Yes.
This is movie theater shit. This is Star Wars, what we expect to have.
Right.
In the first non-movie, non-animated.
Yeah.
But this is the first television series.
Live action
fucking Star Wars joint. And we're getting a quality that we expected.
It looks fucking amazing.
It looks really, really good.
So, carry on. All right. Shot of his ship with a...
So we got...
Yeah, we've seen this scene before. It's like him parked at some fucking port with another ship that kind of looks like one of those U-wings without the wings. But, but we saw him pulling a dude in carbonite out of the ship. And what did the guy say again?
Hang on. We'll go back a smidge here.
Yeah.
Go back to this.
They said you were coming. Walks into basically a fucking cantina.
Right.
Yeah,
where you have a fucking Rhodinian.
Goddamn Rhodinians with your green skins and your big noses.
And shooting first. Go back to your planet. Again, something that would not fly today.
Go back again.
Anything from Chappelle. Back.
Just a hair before this. As he's pulling the carbonite out. Look, you got 3 others all on the side there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He's got 4 fucking people in carbonite.
Wow, good catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, no shit.
He caught like a whole fucking gang and is delivering them.
Wow.
They said you were coming.
She said you were coming.
They said you were the best in the parsec.
You were best in the parsec.
The parsec, which now suddenly... Before, if there was any doubt that a parsec is not a measurement of, or it's a measurement of time or whatever, like they're making parsec into fucking some area measurement now.
Right. It's a distance.
Yeah. Who is this?
I don't know. She looks like
Wow.
she enjoys the company of other ladies. I'll just say that.
Nah. We'll call her Tits McGee.
Yeah.
Tits McGee and
And then we've got
Blueface.
fucking Apocalypse right next to her there.
Uh-huh, yeah. She's probably somebody with a cameo.
Probably.
I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we're going to get a shitload of cameos in this. Which, by the way, we get towards the end.
Yeah.
But carry on. All right, we saw this shot when we saw that bootleg footage of him going into that room with all the fucking stormtroopers and that old Imperial officer.
Yeah, or basically stormtroopers working as fucking bodyguards now.
Yeah,
as you can imagine, like this is like they're working for fucking what's the company? Black.
Oh, the fucking security.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. And their uniforms are all fucking dirty.
Yeah. They're all fucking buckets are all jacked up.
Yeah.
They're just meant to look menacing, but really just look fucking pathetic.
Yep.
Looks like they're probably sucking dick for money at this point, honestly.
Or crack. Death sticks.
Got them death sticks.
Would you agree?
So we got nice shot. Him just like wrecking stormtroopers. Now stop right here. Although it's not John Williams, this music actually sounds really good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's fitting for this.
And I think because everyone is picking up on the dark tone of this, like the music can't help but add to that.
Yeah,
and it has to have that appropriate tone. We're not hearing any familiar Star Wars things in it. Where even with Solo and Rogue One, you got familiarity with certain Star Wars.
Right. They were trying to go with like a John Williams style, but not being John Williams. This is like just completely on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yep.
But it's good. It sounds really good.
Yep. I'm really curious, like, we've got kids holding out their arms and, parents running away with children, like how that plays into what the Mandalorian is doing. Is just like that tortured soul. We're talking about Westerns, right? So you get that tortured soul whose job it is just go out and kill, but yet wants to protect women and children type deal.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's where they end up going with this. And I wouldn't hate that.
His family was fucking killed, so now he's just fucking out there just annihilating everyone.
Fucking Mad Max or some shit.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah.
It would make it that much better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kid reaching out. Cool shot of looked like almost like a YT model freighter. All right. We saw that scene before. Okay, stop. So before this, we saw the scene that we'd seen before with the dude running out of the fucking cantina. He hits him with the grappling hook. The dude turns around, shoots at him. He fucking pulls out his piece, fucking shoots the guy. Or that's when he shot the door that closed. We didn't see that in this.
Right.
But
like basically, he's going to get fucking sliced in half from the closing door.
Sweet ass scene though. Then we get the scene with this fucking beast. He's like trying to fucking like wrangle this beast, and it looks like one of those fucking rhinos from the arena in Attack of the Clones.
It does. It does. A very, very like ragged, rundown version of it.
Right. Yeah. This thing's seen better days. We'll just say that. But yeah, he's trying to wrangle this fucking rhino.
He's being dragged right by the anus there, so I'm sure he's going to get a bunch of shat.
Yep. And
all right, so this guy apparently is somewhat prominent. Like this is an Ugnaught, right? I mean, how can he not be?
It kind of looks like one, but it's like the nose doesn't look right. So if it is, it's kind of like a different.
I mean, how many
sect
fucking
of the species?
How many miniature fucking people that look like Ugnaughts can you have
maybe
in
it
one
was
series?
Maybe it was an Ugnaught who bred with a fucking some other small species with a fucking
like the little bat.
Yeah, maybe it bred with one of those.
No,
and
I
this
was
is like
kidding.
The fucking hybrid.
Don't fucking buy off on that. Hang on, I gotta see. Ugnaught.
But either way, this thing is probably gonna be his sidekick.
Dude, that's an Ugnaught. There's no way it's not.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying it looks weird.
You're weird. Yeah, all these fucking pictures. Oh my god, there's some really disturbing ones in here for an Ugnaught. I'm not gonna lie. Looks like ones that have been rotting in the ground. But just to show you what I'm looking at here. Yeah. Look at these guys.
Oh yeah.
See the nose?
Oh, okay.
That's the nose. It's an Ugnaught.
All right, fine. Whatever. You're right. As always, Dave, you're fucking right. Okay? I hope you're happy.
That's all I wanted to hear. All right, we can go on now.
Carry
But
on.
it's still a sweet straight on shot of the fucking helmet.
Yep.
And I didn't notice this before, like how it's kind of turned into the face
Yeah,
like
a little
that.
curved right there.
It doesn't have the antenna, the classic Boba Fett antenna sticking out the top.
Little speeder action in the desert again. Space battle.
Yep.
That was one thing we weren't sure what we were gonna see. You know, that shit's expensive. We are getting space combat in this.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's being blasted at as he's running away from some other ship. I didn't catch what kind of ship that was firing at him.
It was really tough to tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. That does not look the race ship thing that I was talking about doesn't look anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and scrap that.
All right.
We'll fix that in post.
No,
I didn't say any of that.
No, it's staying in. So carry on. All right, another outside shot. Oh, Carl motherfucking Weathers, Apollo Creed himself.
That's that I'll tell you, a lot of people are glomming onto that Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
I wanna pause it right on the Carl Weathers shot.
Hell yeah.
So you got fucking strange helmet guy here.
Strange face guy right there.
Another strange helmet guy. This guy over here looks like a fucking grape that's getting ready to turn into a raisin.
Yeah.
And then Carl motherfucking Weathers.
He's got a bit of a gut on him these days.
Yeah.
But you know,
Hey, come on. Some of us aren't being paid to go to the gym anymore.
All right, that's true. But yeah, he's got a weird fucking band of misfits with him there in that shot.
Yeah, I'm sure they're badasses.
And then the very next scene is that fucking Amazonian chick. Mm-hmm. Apparently she's an actress / fucking MMA fighter. I don't know.
She's built like an MMA fighter.
Yeah, so yeah, that broad right there.
So obviously the Mandalorian has acquaintances.
Yep.
One of them is of the female persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, we see more of that a little bit later on.
Tormented soul, like walking across the desert.
Yeah.
You know, he's on this glacial plateau here.
Mm-hmm. Sunshine in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that was that one guy who I think was the actual commander of the Imperial forces. The
other black guy in this trailer.
Yeah.
That guy.
I wasn't going to say that, but whatever.
He's
got the Death Troopers.
Death Troopers with him.
Which we saw him in some of that pirated footage before.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's got that look on him. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then we got the IG, what is he? IG 40?
11.
IG 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Like kicking some serious fucking ass.
Head swinging around in a circle for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Arms swinging around. You get some interesting gun angles in this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Got IG-11 fucking throwing his arms around and shit.
Okay, so now this is the shot. This is the money shot. Some fucking, homely looking broad.
I'm telling you, she's not that homely.
Yeah, whatever.
We can give her. She's not. I mean, she's probably Mandalorian.
Yeah, like she's in some fucking village that's made out of fucking straw.
She's probably Mando 10.
Right. Well,
this to me reminds me of the Gladiator.
Yeah.
So like that. Hey, here's look at the softness of the fucking picture.
Right.
Like he's standing there in a helmet. She's getting ready to take his helmet off.
See, this makes me think of like a flashback or something.
Yeah. This is or a dream that he has about his past, like his wife and child or whatever, if there was one. Maybe she was pregnant. Whatever could set this dude off where he's just going to go out and fucking grab people, freeze them in carbonite, bring them back, and get all the monies for it. So, yeah, I agree. This is probably like his wife or girlfriend.
Who probably meets an untimely demise.
Yeah, probably, stomped out by fucking stormtroopers or some shit.
Yep. All right, there's
and then it switches to fucking Gladiator broad.
Yeah, sure.
She looks like she'd be. Remember American Gladiator?
Yeah.
From back in the day. She looks like one of those fucking broads who'd be standing there with the fucking giant Q-tip and just beating on people.
Yeah, she looks like she could kick the shit out of both of us at the same time.
Yeah, with fucking her legs chopped off.
Yep. There he is. Bill motherfucking Burr, the probably third funniest comedian on the planet, makes a little cameo. I would imagine he's probably a bounty in this. I haven't heard about him being.
I haven't heard. I didn't know it was Bill Burr until you just said that.
Really?
Are you fucking? That's really. I mean, it looks like him now that I've stopped it. Fucking Bill Burr is in Star Wars.
Yeah, I think he's only in one episode. I don't think he's a regular. But yeah, this just makes me
Bill
think
Burr has a fucking Star Wars cred now.
which is fucking great.
That is
I love
fucking
it.
awesome.
Yeah, dude is
See,
super fucking hilarious.
You want to talk about podcasts that I used to listen to religiously? Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast was one of the religious ones that was probably the first podcast I actually started listening to.
Yeah.
Was Bill Burr's. And he's the kind of guy was doing podcasts when podcasts were first coming out, and he was doing it like via his phone.
Right.
Like talking, it was calling in to a service that would record him, and then they'd produce the podcast from that. So it sounded like it was done over a phone.
Yeah.
But then he slowly got, better and better and bigger, and he's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
He is one of the funniest fucking guys out there.
If you ever want to hear one of his funniest bits, go to the No Reason to Hit a Woman. Just type in Bill Burr, No Reason to Hit a Woman.
Yep.
Oh my god. Fucking brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Great shit.
Yeah, I'll tell you, after you're done listening to the All Things Star Wars podcast, subscribe to the Monday Morning Podcast, because it is fucking hilarious. And I'll be honest with you, I have to start listening to it again now. Now that I've seen this, I want to know so bad.
Well, and he talks about it on his show, too.
Does he?
From what I understand, yeah.
Oh, I got it.
He mentions being on
I got to go back!
Yeah.
I'm back, baby!
Yeah.
Like, he really missed me.
Yeah.
But, Bill fucking Burr. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I wonder if John caught that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, John listens to his podcast.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
More than he listens to our podcast. We got to make sure we talk about that.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That's fucking... I can't unsee that now. I can't believe it's Bill fucking Burr. Holy shit.
Yeah, I figured you knew.
No.
Now, this scene, too, is keep it paused. That's a TIE fighter.
It is a TIE fighter.
He's swinging from a fucking TIE fighter right now, which
And
is
he's
a great
obviously in
shot.
some sort of rocket pack here. Which, remember I made the comment when we first got the figures, like, oh, there's no rocket pack on them. Because there's not. On the Black Series figure. Whereas you have the attachment for Boba.
It's DLC for The Mandalorian. That's what it is. Downloadable content.
Downloadable content. Ah, okay.
Bit of a joke.
We'll talk about DLC. Fucking, yeah. Come on, Jason. Anyway, yeah, TIE fighter, fucking badass. Because you see it in the next shot too, when he's like on the fucking roof of it, and he's obviously looking through the fucking top of the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
Not a first order TIE fighter or anything like that.
No, it's a classic.
It is a classic. It is a classic.
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
And that's the man of African persuasion that you referred to earlier.
The other black guy in this trailer. That's not fucking Apollo Creed.
Yeah. Yep. And then
so he's saying that in response to they're out there waiting for you.
Yep. And he said, "Yeah, good." And you can see him pointing the fucking what was it? The holiday special staff of Raw, right?
Right. We'll go back and we'll listen to that, and then because we want to just listen to that music clip quickly.
Good music.
Yeah.
Great trailer too.
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, there are so many people
right there, bottom right.
Ah, motherfucker! I can't believe it's Bill fucking Burr. So many people that I would not expect to be into the Mandalorian are fucking jacked about it.
Great.
I meant to say jazzed, but we can go with jacked. It's fine.
Either way.
Let's catch up on the chat real quick before we go to the other thing.
Can you pull it up on the screen?
Yeah, I just wanted to jam it in there, and then I'm going to jam it in here. And
He's jamming it in everywhere.
From a chat, besides our reminder, watch on Disney Plus. Scott's having his own podcast inside our podcast. Let's see. Tastes like dynamite.
And it's 70 degrees in Yuma, by the way. It's snowing in Boise, where Bronco Fett is, but 70 degrees where Scott Rasmussen is.
I'm sure it's fucking probably 70 degrees and perfect also in Bermuda.
I would agree.
One would hope. Then you have the WWE thing and Star Wars things. Anyway, cool. Sorry, guys. We're not trying to ignore you. We're just, we're
doing things. Lots of Empire stuff.
We're doing lots of Empire stuff.
So, yeah.
For a change.
Overall, I mean, I don't think I could get any more hype for this Mandalorian. I was really skeptical when they first announced it back in the day. sounded cool, but like,
Oh, me
what
too.
are they gonna do with it?
Me too.
Now that we're seeing some of the visuals and we're getting these final trailers, it's like, oh,
It's gonna be good.
this feels like it's gonna be something special.
Yeah, it's a shame that it's coming out the same year as Rise of Skywalker for all the
Right.
reasons you mentioned earlier. But
Yeah.
I'm again all over. Oh my god.
Yeah, and we know that it's been already renewed for a season 2. They're already working on season 2 right now, and I think there's tentative talk about it being renewed for season 3. So, and I can't see why not, honestly. Like, keep it going. You're not tied to any existing lore. You can tell these separate stories that are completely unassociated with everything we know up to this point. It's fucking perfect. And if you really wanted to, you could do some intertwining.
Sure.
Every once in a while. Unfortunately, all the original actors are all fucking dead or super old, so it's not like the Mandalorian's gonna bump into Luke fucking gallivanting around the galaxy,
Right,
you
but
know,
he
5
could-
years after
he
Return
could-
of the Jedi.
Yeah,
But
there is I mean, there are things that they could do for sure.
yeah,
But even if it's just on a HoloNet feed, something that, if you read Aftermath, you'd probably pick up on this, a little bit in the HoloNet. So, all the stuff with fucking, I wanted to say Gal Gadot, but what's her name? Dala. The first fucking after the Republic wins, she's the fucking. She's the fucking. Oh my god!
Mon Mothma.
Mon Mothma, thank you.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ. I don't know why Gal Gadot replaced Mon Mothma.
I would love that though. If
I'd-
Gal Gadot did replace Mon Mothma,
Fucking hell. Oh god, yeah.
that would be fucking amazing.
Talking about all over it. Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh. Are my nipples hard? Can we see that?
So, yeah. Anything else on the Mandalorian trailer or the Mandalorian just in general?
No, it's
show-wise?
going to be fucking great.
And again, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So we have a book to read, and then we got a fucking
Then
thing
we
to
go
watch.
right into the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So
I think we should. I was wondering, maybe we should watch it and do it right away, like that night.
that probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, write that down. Like for real, because we're gonna forget. His handwriting is so god awful.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you read that?
What? That's.
Which one of you is a fucking pharmacist that can read that shit?
I think that makes perfect sense.
Right.
I can read it, so that's really all that matters.
Indeed.
Moving on.
And we know how useful that is, especially when somebody fucking texts you and they have screenshots to prove.
Yeah, I love that, by the way. That Scott's like, here's a screenshot of the
Yep.
text chat that we had before.
And you're like, nope, what?
Here's the thing. I am terrible on social media sometimes. Like, for the last week and a half, I've been, like, almost a ghost on certain parts of social media. So if I don't get back to you, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I just missed it, and I'm just off in my own fucking world. So you may have to just pimp me again. Just be like, hey, asshole. Remember when we talked the other day?
Yeah.
It's like, no. Well, here, this is that thing that we talked about.
Yeah. It happens to me too. It's
Yeah.
it fucking lit. It's, too many years of fucking pressurized error.
Yeah. So anyway, on the same fucking day that The Mandalorian launches, we're also getting a video game. Little video game known as Jedi Fallen Order. And to coincide with the new Mandalorian trailer that we just got last night, first thing this fucking morning, we got a new Jedi Fallen Order trailer.
We did.
So we are going to do the same fucking thing we did with the Mandalorian trailer, go through this scene by scene and talk about it.
All right.
All right, let's
do it.
do it. So we're just going to hop right in. We're just going to go right in, no lube, just do it. Xbox, because that's the only way to play it. Okay. Right away, we get an Inquisitor who's...
This is second sister, I believe.
Oh, because she's... You know, she could run her ass around the block a few
Yeah.
times. I'll just say that.
She's hideous
I don't think
Like,
that's a she, though.
because she's a guy. No, it's I'm telling you, it's second sister or something. I didn't come by that information. Like I saw it somewhere.
Okay.
Second sister, Star Wars. Totally is. Don't make that fucking. Don't do that. Second sister first appeared in Dark Lord of the Sith. Blah blah blah. Fortress Vader. Because Oh wait, what I do with that second sister? She's one of the sisters.
I don't think it's a she. I think it's a dude.
It's a she.
Either
I
way.
saw it.
An inquisitor of a larger stature.
Seventh sister. Nope.
Are you done? Can we get back to the trailer, please?
God damn it. Which one is that?
My God. This is what I have to deal with week after week.
Squirrel! All right. Maybe it's not.
Oh, you think?
Because it's a dude. Jason, it's obviously a dude. Moving on.
And play.
Oh, we're watching something?
Yeah. Impressive. All right. Ooh. Nice shot. We saw sort of a shot of this before when we were seeing how they were like scrapping the old fucking cruisers, the old Republic cruisers.
Yep.
This is more of that. This is like a fucking graveyard.
This reminds me of like in India or in like India and Bangladesh where they have basically they tear down the ships for scrap.
Right.
So like you'll see the videos on YouTube where they're basically in a fucking full size goddamn like cruise ship size boat and they're going fucking 25 knots to ride them up on the beach.
Yeah.
So that they can fucking basically tear them out or tear everything down.
Yeah.
Cool YouTube videos if you go down that rabbit hole. But
And
that's what this reminds me of.
And you get this great dynamic too, because on the left side, when you pause it, you've got an Imperial probe droid overlooking, the deconstruction of the old Republic ships, which I think is just an awesome visual.
Which explains why you don't see them later.
Yeah,
Anything like
because they
this.
fucking scrapped them to make all the Star Destroyers. Obviously. We've lost.
The Empire's hunting Jedi survivors. Now, they know who you are.
Yep.
Scout Trooper getting fucking cut in half.
Like, and pause it real quick. If the graphics of this game are even 70% of what we're seeing on here, this is going to be fucking beautiful.
I think this will
spot on.
This will be better than Battlefront, dare
Yeah.
I say.
I agree.
From a graphic level.
The detail is so impressive. Like even that scene where it showed him just like slicing that fucking scout trooper,
yeah.
it still looked incredible.
Yeah, because there's some gameplay shots. I mean, some of this is obviously cinematic, right?
Yeah, which I mean, you're gonna get that.
But some of the shots that look obviously they're gameplay.
I can't change the past. You trespass, Jedi.
And then you got another one of those Inquisitors with some big ass fucking stick, like
big
swinging at him. But again, that was a gameplay piece of footage, not a cinematic. So, and it again looks good.
Absolutely. So this is what excites me.
Yeah.
Now we made comparisons just solely based on the trailers and stuff like that to the Force Unleashed video game.
Yep.
And I think that the gameplay with the lightsabers especially was really, really good in that.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to throw and catch and do all that stuff. If this game is on the same par as that, just with like fucking super intense graphics, we're going to be very, very excited.
Yeah, I agree. So we get a view of his ship.
Absolutely killer lightsaber combat.
Yep. Him going up against the Inquisitor. That looked like the second sister. And then he's going toe-to-toe with an AT-ST.
It's like inside the AT-ST,
yeah,
fucking blowing up
these shots are they're happening so fast. It's like just like quick shots, but every one of them looks fucking amazing.
I struggle. It's the choice to keep fighting.
Yep, there's that the bigger Sith again.
Who we are.
Yeah, it was quick, but god damn, man, every scene in that looks so good.
I am erect.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it is. I almost can't even play Battlefront 2 at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I've tried to log into it. I talked about Call of Duty coming out. I would much rather play Call of Duty or even the remastered reboot rehash of Modern Warfare than play Battlefront 2.
Right.
Even though it's Star Wars and it's the thing I love, the gameplay to me it's almost it's unplayable.
The multiplayer.
The multiplayer,
Right.
We're not talking about the
The single player.
player part because I did enjoy that, and
Yeah.
I'm upset that there's not more to that story.
Yeah,
that
and
they
you can go
alluded
back
to.
and listen to our review of that too, by the way.
But so Battlefront 2 is just a huge disappointment. I am so looking forward to being able to play this game, and obviously it's only single player, but they're fucking doing it right. There's a lot of single player games out there that still do very well.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, I was always a single player kind of video gamer. Like I wasn't huge onto the multiplayer stuff. MMOs is different, but it was again more cooperative, not against each other.
Right.
But yeah, I've always been more of a single player guy when it comes to sitting in front of an Xbox or something like that. So
Right.
I'm super stoked
Because
about this.
there's something to be said for having like, okay, I'm going to play this for a certain period of time, save it, and then come back
Yeah.
to continue the story. Whereas the multiplayer, you're getting instant gratification, right? I talk about it a lot, how my ADD only allows me really 15-20 minutes at a shot.
Yeah.
And that's why multiplayer is so good for me. But with this, I think we talked about, we'll probably put it down in one night, I would imagine.
Depending on free time. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
This is the kind of shit that I'll probably take off to fucking play.
I think I work the weekend before that. So like the 9th, 10th. I think I worked that weekend.
I have a feeling on November 13th I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
Because I'll fucking sit down and I'll beat this game.
Yeah, well, because we have this and The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So
we got to watch The Mandalorian, maybe take off the 12th and the 13th.
Fuck.
I'm really just drowning for some time off. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I need to not.
I might need to put in for some leave now too for those
Yeah.
days. And then maybe we can record on like the night of the 13th or some shit. And if like review The Mandalorian first episode and then kind of talk about our progress in Fallen Order, but then finish reviewing Fallen Order the following week. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, either way, super hype about both these things. Fucking dropping in 2 weeks. The Star Wars fucking just hype machine is about to go into fucking overdrive. Haven't even thought about like the comics and shit. You know how with the previous two movies, we've had the comics leading up to it, be it the Phasma or the was it Shattered Empire?
No, it wasn't Shattered Empire. It was
What the fuck was it called? Something Empire.
I forget. Shattered Empire was was something else.
Yeah. But anyway, we had the comics leading up to the movie, the books leading up to the movie. Haven't even thought about those yet for the Rise of Skywalker stuff. Right now, I'm just focused on Mandalorian and fucking Jedi Fallen Order. But again, as I said at the top of the show, Star Wars is about to take a huge dump on all of us right now. So this is going to be the last week. Enjoy this next week, everybody. This next week before the fucking Mandalorian and Jedi Fallen Order drop. Whatever it is that's non-Star Wars related that you have to get taken care of, fucking do it this week because it's all over after that. It's all over. So enjoy your time while you can. Anything else from you, Dave, about the
No.
Fallen Order
No,
or Mandalorian? Or
Next week is going to be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, technically 2 weeks from now because next week is going to be like the calm before the storm.
Well, next week is be the book. And so
that's right.
So we'll have a week to digest the book, and then boom,
Yeah.
we've got Mandalorian and Fallen Order.
And we may have to adjust recording schedules.
Yeah, because the
of
13th
that.
is a Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm sorry, the 12th is a Tuesday. Veterans Day is the 11th.
Right. So either way,
We'll figure it out.
for all of our regulars who are normally in the chat and the YouTube and everything, now Solski's jumping on the fucking dog Jason train. Come on. Anyway.
It's factually correct.
Yeah. For those of you who are used to our Monday night recordings, shit's probably going to change for a couple of weeks. You
Yeah.
know, we may have to, shift this to the right in order to, accommodate reviewing books and Mandalorians and things of that nature.
Honestly, next week we'll probably have to have something.
A topic.
We'll
We'll reach out to one of our patrons.
Yeah, it's time for a Patreon. It's been a while since we had a Patreon.
Yep.
So watch your emails and shit like that for that Patreon people that start thinking of topics. Then on the 11th,
What is this dog Jason in the fucking chat? Everybody's ganging up on me.
You
You
already
know what? Fuck you guys.
you already said that. I thought you said that. Didn't you already say that?
Well, I said that.
Am I in the Matrix?
Dawn was piling on, and then now they're just both just fucking teaming up on me. So
Oh my god.
fuck those guys.
No, so Veterans Day we can record and cover the book,
Mhm.
and then we can, because we'll have from the 5th to the 11th to finish the book.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So we can do the book on the 11th, and then
Yes.
we have a week to play the game and absorb the Mandalorian.
2
the beauty-
episodes of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so I'd say that we might have to just do a double.
Yeah.
We have to do a double.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll do it live.
Yes, as we always do.
We'll try and plan,
But
but we'll do it live.
what is the key to air power?
Flexibility.
Yes. So everybody out there, flexibility. That's the name of the game.
Yep. Yeah, what he said.
And I think on that note,
Well, did we talk to about the Benioff and Weiss?
fuck, we didn't even get to that.
We didn't even
God
get to that. So,
Damn it.
I
We've
think
been
we
going
need-
for 2 hours and we didn't even fucking talk about it.
So I think we got to talk about that now.
Yeah, god damn it.
Let me. First of all, if you're following Star Wars at all, it didn't come out on StarWars.com or anything else, but pretty much it got blasted out into all the media outlets.
Yeah,
that-
all the legit media outlets.
right.
Not
Benioff and Weiss are out.
Yeah.
They're backing out of their Star Wars commitment.
Yep.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we know the reason. They signed that mega deal with Netflix to
Okay.
produce a show for them. So
Who's got 2 thumbs and doesn't give a shit? This guy.
See-
Because I am not a fucking Throne of Games fucking watcher.
Yeah.
So I never got emotionally invested in what they did to produce that.
Yeah.
And I was I'm kind of glad, because I would rather get good content from a relative unknown than have a bigwig come in to give us shit. If you're not committed to the Star Wars joint, then get the fuck out.
Well, here's the problem. Aside from the fact that I think we're losing 2 really good creative minds, this could affect the release date of the new trilogy that's supposed to start in 22. In December of 22 was when their trilogy was supposed to start. B, it could mean that the fallback is Ryan Shithead Johnson and his fucking trilogy.
Which hasn't really been flushed out yet.
Right, but this might fast track that. And now we might get fucking this dickwad's trilogy as the one that's going to come out next in 22.
We're going to get Dick Wad's trilogy regardless if that's what they want to do. But get out early. Get out now so they can shop and get somebody else to come in here and do what Star Wars fans want. Do what the speculation for us was, hey, these guys are going to come in there and they're going to do
the Old Republic.
Old Republic.
Yeah, that's
right?
what everybody
Because-
wanted and everybody assumed.
Because they had this like idea that with the fucking Throne of Games that this is kind of what they would like to see.
Sure.
But there was a real edginess to Game of Thrones that I was looking at it and knowing that it was happening from afar. I'm familiar with the stories,
Yeah.
but there was a super edginess to a lot of that was definitely not going to translate into a Star Wars movie. Especially
Probably not if they were going to keep it family friendly.
right.
no.
If you're trying to keep it PG-13, I don't know that those were your guys, to be honest.
Right.
Because what other body of work do we have to go on besides the
Lego movie, right? No, that was the other guys that got fired from
from
Solo.
project?
Yeah.
Which again, they fired Solo and they'd already shot and still produced what I think is a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I would hate for them to like start rushing at this point because, yes, I know 3 years seems like a long way away still, but you watch the fucking making of Episode 1. Look at how far in advance George Lucas started working on that fucking movie.
Well, he had to.
Yeah.
He had to because he was inventing the CGI work and inventing all those technologies that made that movie what it
Yeah.
is. And now we live in a world where that is all possible. We live in a world right now that you have a television series that looks as good as a fucking movie.
That's true.
We live in a world like that now. So I would rather Dave Martin, again, I had no emotional investment in these two whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been one of those things where to me personally, they would have had to prove something to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather all right, if you're not fucking committed to this franchise and you're not a fan, then get the fuck out. Don't let the door hit in the ass. Get the fuck
Right.
out. I don't want to ever hear these guys being involved in a Star Wars movie again, because you had your fucking chance. You cut your big deal with Netflix and you're going for the money grab. Cool, go have fun. Do you think Jon Favreau is doing this for the money?
Probably not.
No,
Yeah.
I almost guarantee
He's
not.
got Marvel money. He doesn't need this
Yeah,
shit.
he,
You know.
he can fucking do whatever the fuck he wants. What he wanted, he's a fan. Even for Ryan Johnson's faults, he was a fan,
Yeah.
right? His vision is what created The Last Jedi. A good deal of us don't think we don't share that vision, but that was his vision.
Yeah.
You can't say he wasn't a fan. JJ, huge Star Wars fan.
Yep.
You know, the guys like, what about Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
You know, bring Simon Pegg in on something. Or you know, there's plenty of people out there that are foaming at the fucking mouth to do something with Star Wars.
Sure.
Let them have at it. Get the people that don't want to be a part of the fucking franchise, go do your Netflix thing. You're going to make a ton of money because you have all those Game of Thrones followers that, even though they were super annoyed at how you ended that fucking franchise,
Which I was not, but
tons of people on Twitter did not
oh
share
no,
the sentiment.
I've heard all the bullshit, but yeah, I was satisfied with the ending of Game of Thrones.
And again,
but,
I don't have a nickel in it.
yeah,
But yeah, I'm glad they're gone. It takes away, like, oh, these two big names were bigger than Star Wars.
yeah,
So go.
yeah,
Have yourself a time and bring in somebody else. I think you can maintain a timeline for a movie series. Cutting it close for sure.
is, like-
because I'm willing to bet that at Disney they were probably going, okay, we need we need storyboarding and all this other shit. They probably had a fucking, look, they're ultimate project managers, right? So
Yeah.
they're going to say, okay, we're 3 years out. We need to hit these milestones. Where are you guys at? And they probably went, you know what? We kind of got this other thing going on. We're like, you know what? Fucking take a hike.
yeah.
And you want to get out of your contract? Absolutely. Fucking go.
And you know what? That could be what happened behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
That could be Disney being like, "Yo, we hired you guys first. What do you got for us? Because we heard about this Netflix shit." And they're like, we're kind of like, they're like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fire your asses, but we will allow you to say that you're backing out of your fucking contract.
Yep.
So we'll let you walk away with your fucking heads up, but get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, I can see that happening.
Oh, by the way, Disney is now competing with Netflix.
Yeah,
For the same market share,
that is true.
especially with original content. So, yeah, good riddance.
Yeah, and it's a shame because when they I was super excited for this at first when it was first announced.
Right. I
Um,
know you were.
when they signed the Netflix deal, that's when I'm like, ugh, how is this going to affect the Star Wars thing? And now, like, if they can't commit to that, I'm with you. If they can't fully commit to it, then yeah, they need to go. God, I wish we could have seen their vision of a Star Wars movie. I really do. But at the end of the day, it might be for the best. It just depends on what the fallout is.
Yeah.
Like, do the movies get delayed? Does fucking Dickwad get his trilogy now?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. So
Well,
that's
yeah,
that though.
Indeed, we will see.
Yep.
I know Bronco Fett's upset. He's upset with us
Why?
because we haven't talked about fantasy football at all.
Well, we've been kind of leaving that to the booth in the back,
And
guys.
you know what? I think the booth in the back definitely covers it well. And
Yeah.
we're not here to the booth in the back covers X's and O's and everything else. I don't think it's above or below board to mention what the standings are. You know, if you're a new listener to the All Things Star Wars podcast, we are special brands of nerds
Yes.
that have varying degrees of fandom in all shapes and sizes. Obviously, Star Wars is the money talks and BS walks. Star Wars is the core, and then we enjoy football and especially
And other manly things like going to the gym.
going to the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring up real quick just what the standings are, because we're doing this on a Tuesday, so we actually have finalized standings that we usually don't have on a Monday.
That is true.
Because
Because the Monday night game hasn't happened.
Is usually on when we're on. So
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and log in real quick just to give us a little taste. I'm gonna check my iPhone, and yes, I'm signing in from Chrome Windows. God, Yahoo desperately trying to be relevant. All right,
Just stick to fantasy football. That's all you're good at anymore.
They are very good at it, though. I will say that.
Yep.
So, of course, Solo D's nuts got a fucking kick square in the nuts this week, but we'll listen to the booth in the back to get the intimate details on that, especially based on who beat me.
Yeah, but hey, we're both 4-4 now.
Yeah.
So, hooray!
So let's see. So again, if you're listening to us for the first time, we do side. We're at a point in our lives right now with Star Wars that we have a lot of content Star Wars stuff.
Yep.
Usually we're sidebarring into a lot of non-Star Wars shit, and football is usually one of them.
Yeah, especially this time of year. You know.
But as it stands right now, for fantasy football, we have 12 teams. Again, for the listener who hasn't been on there, we have 12 teams divided up into two segments or
divisions.
two divisions. You got TIE Squadron Delta Mike and Darth Roscom's apprentices, so you can figure out who the fuck those people are. But in ranked order, as it stands right now, Detroit Jet Stars are 7-1,
which is Sulsky.
which is Don Sulsky.
Yep.
The Star Wars Galladay Special, our Canadian contingent, is at number 2.
Yep.
He's 6-2. Been on a tear. Took a couple of tough losses here, deservedly so, because you need to lose a few games. Imperial Right Guard is also at 6-2. He's
Robert
number
Gibson.
3.
Yep.
Akko Adats
That's Keith Lehman, I believe.
is at number 4. He's at 5-3. Number 5, Solo D's nuts, baby, at 4-4.
Yeah. Also at 4-4, the legacy of Bane, yours truly.
Yeah, but you're actually no. I'm number 5. You're at number 6.
I meant 6. Yes.
I'm number 5. You're 6, and you know why? Because I have more points than you.
Whatever. Now here's the question: how many teams make the playoffs? The playoffs.
I don't know. So
You're
7.
the commissioner.
7 is Pimpin' Twilix. You know how many 12-team leagues I've ever been in? Like, hardly any.
Yeah. Which is Scott.
Scott! Number 8 is Suck My Midichlorians, which is Big Lovin'.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
He's
fallen from grace.
He's having a tough time. But he is also 4-4. Like, the past Solo D's nuts, Legacy of Bane, Pimpin' Twilix, Suck My Midichlorians were all at 4-4.
Yep.
So, it's anybody's game.
Yep.
Orange Jacket Men. Nope. Chewy's Angels is number 9.
Yep. That would be Kristen.
At number 10 is Orange Jacket Men at 3-5. First year player.
Yep.
Number 11, also a first year player, Shotgun Mark. He's at 1-7. He's had a tough season.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of close calls.
And I want you to look at his points. 915 compared to number 10 Orange Jacket Man, who only has 784, and number 9 Chewy's Angels, who only has 903. He's got more total points than 2 other teams ahead of him.
Yep.
He's kind of like me, where it's like his opponents always have like the best fucking week of
Yep.
their season.
That's the joy of fantasy football.
Yep.
Is that it's any given Sunday, and also Monday night, and also Thursday.
Right.
So at number 12, we have the Holiday Special Cannons, who is 0-8.
Yes. But I think he didn't quite understand how this worked when we started.
Regardless,
so-
as long as you're having fun, listen. When you go out there and you draft, if you're a homer and you go out there and you draft a lot of your favorite team, he happens to like a team that I dislike vehemently, so I'm not even going to mention its name.
Yeah.
And and Jason is, and he drafted a lot of Boise State players.
Yeah.
Who are also on the Cowboys.
Right.
So, boo.
Yeah.
But hey, look, it's about having a good time. You're going to learn something. You're going to learn today.
Yep.
You're going to learn today how to play fantasy football.
Yep.
And anyway, so that's where we are in the standings. As Jason said, get into the Sidebar Cantina, via Facebook, and you can watch the Wednesday night special showings of the booth in the back. And those episodes are viewable as you scroll through the cantina. They stay up there. So if you want to see previous episodes, it's hilarious, and those guys do a good job. I don't want to take anything away from them. I will, however, if you entertain for a minute, I will find out what the status of the playoffs is. So, it would appear that didn't take as long as I thought it was.
Good, because I had nothing.
It would appear. So, week 14 is the start of the playoffs. December 3rd. Playoffs. There's a quarterfinal where you have the number 1 teams on a bye,
Just the number 1?
or number 1 and number 2
Okay.
team are on a bye. Then you have, so it looks like 6 teams.
6 teams make the playoffs.
6 teams make the playoffs. Right now, as it stands, it would be.
I'd be in. Woo!
Yep, it would be the Detroit Death Stars, the Galladay Specials,
Woo!
Acco AT-ATs, the Solo D's Nuts, Imperial Right Guard, and Legacy of Bane. If this season ended today,
Yeah.
there's still a chance. There's still a chance.
Yep.
So make sure you're setting your lineups and everything else. No fucking fire sales for your fucking team. No collusion. And we don't need that bullshit. Not in this league. There's nothing riding on this except for fucking some shit
Bragging
talking.
rights. Yeah.
So that answers the question. There's 6 teams
All right.
that make the playoffs.
Fair
so
enough. And is it just the top 6 seeded teams? It's not like 3 from one division, 3 from the other?
doesn't look that way.
You're the fucking commissioner.
I'm
You
looking
set
at
this
the
shit
fucking
up.
screen.
Oh my god.
Well,
I understand this is the first time you've ever run a fantasy league, so obviously, you're learning this as you go.
That's unfortunately not correct.
You couldn't detect my sarcasm? Was I not laying it on enough?
It would appear that who was that? All right. So no, it just looks like it's based on
standings.
standings.
Okay.
Because it has division like standings here also, but it doesn't appear. Maybe that's for ties. I don't know. I'd have to dig deeper into it because it's a 12-team league. But the reality is, if you're in the top 6, then I don't see why you wouldn't make the playoffs.
Yep.
Playoffs?
What the fuck?
Yes, I'm saying there's a chance.
As of right now, Holiday Special Cannons is scheduled to beat me. Oh, it's because I have no quarterback in my lineup right now.
Mm.
Because fucking Mahomes went down.
Go get him, Tom.
Jesus Christ.
Get him. Get him.
Whatever. All right. Can we close this up? Because I got to get to bed. It's getting close to my bedtime here.
Yes.
All right. So we will do that. Stay tuned. Flexibility, don't rely on us recording on Monday nights due to,
We're not going to
shit
talk about
coming
football after this? Like in the closeout?
No.
Okay.
No. We got to go.
All right.
It's getting late.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's been legitimately, this is about the time where I start going in the bathroom, start brushing my fucking teeth, start getting in my fucking sleep clothes,
Okay.
By 8:45 I'm laying down, so this is intruding on my nighttime.
Fair enough.
So yeah, no football episode tonight, people. I'm sorry to disappoint. But
I did manage to sneak a little bit of football in there now.
Right.
Go Birds.
Yes, it is 8 dawn, and it's late for me, so I'm sorry. Yes, it's early. Yes, everybody just gang up on me again in the chat. Let's pour it on.
Yes. Do it.
I would say I hate you all, but
Do it.
Most of the people in the chat are all Patreon supporters, so I love you all instead. So despite the
this is why we love you.
yeah,
Believe me, I get mine.
yeah. So all right,
Do
we're closing this out. Let me just kind of deal with this because apparently there's a
Yes,
protocol.
It's a real thing, Jason.
I guess whatever. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying it's
a real thing.
I'd never heard of it before I met you, so
You also weren't very cultured before you met me either.
I'm still not very cultured. So
Yeah, neither am I.
all right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. It's been a good episode. Really looking forward to the next couple months.
It's an exciting. It is nonstop. It is nonstop.
Yep.
For this, and I can't wait to get that book and start fucking tearing into that too. So
Yep. So we got a lot of Star Wars ahead of us. Brace yourselves. Impact is coming. And until next time, Dave and everybody else, may the Force be with you.
may the Force be with you. Okay, now what do I click?
All right. Audio stopped.
I didn't like that one.
We're still streaming. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know what it is, but you gotta get the raspier sound.
Peter.
like you did it right the first
Yeah.
couple of years, but like it's been kind of slipping lately. So you gotta
Okay, now what do I click?
a little bit better.
Okay, now what do I click?
Okay, all right, getting there.
Can I get a little higher? Okay, now what do I click? Peace out, yo. I'm not going to bed. Actually, I probably will because I'm tired also.
Yeah.
I got up early also as well. And sounds like Big Lovin's on 12s, so
Oof.
sorry to hear that.
Rough.
Personally, I'd almost rather work fucking 12s and have more time off
Yeah.
to get shit done.
Oh yeah. Like they pitched the idea of doing 410s in my squadron. I'm like, yes,
Fucking
please
do
do
it.
410s and let me have a 3-day weekend every fucking weekend.
Yeah,
I'll
do
take
it.
that in a heartbeat.
Do it. Yeah, I'm this honestly just because of how sick I've been and everything else, like this 9 to 5 shit is fucking killing me.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
Yeah. Every fucking day.
Every goddamn day. And you realize how spoiled we were for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like I'm sure I could have way more leeway, but I take pride in what I do. Like
Sure,
if I'm gonna work and be somewhere, I'm going to put Dave effort into it, right?
Yeah.
Hence me arguing with fucking inspectors today. But I'm fucking tired. Fucking tired. And the weekends now are so jam-packed and busy.
Yeah.
You know, there's no time to play fucking video games, no time for anything. It's just it seems like it's the only time I actually get to sit down and nobody's fucking bothering me, it's like I can focus is when football's on.
Yeah.
Now I can sit down and I can watch football. Make sure that I fucking get good and fucking angry and be like, I'm watching football.
Yeah.
Then fucking watch Penn State, which, oh, by the way, Penn State won. Fucking year.
Nice.
It was Michigan State. They deserve to lose, as I'm sure Solsky would say. And watch the Eagles, watch the Birds.
Yeah.
So
Now, is any of this going to be alleviated once you give up your Grand Wizard title or whatever?
some of it.
Okay.
Some of it. Hopefully, I don't take on something else. I'm already going to be the secretary, which is kind of a busy job. I can make that mold more to my schedule. I don't have as many commitments that I physically have to be at. So it means I can spend more time at home. And I'm starting school up again in January. So,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, so I'm going to get kicked square in the dick.
But those led to some really good Dave rants. So
Fucking A, man.
just waiting for the fucking episode to save the audio. Then I'll upload it and then we'll end the stream. and
Yep.
Call it a night.
But yeah, it's been a challenge. It really has to just keep motoring,
Yeah.
especially with I'm actively pursuing other work, and even if I have to spend less money or make less money at
Yeah.
this point, which is going to really be tough. But yeah, fucking Notre Dame. Yeah, how about that Notre Dame team? Overrated motherfuckers. You know, I the only thing that would have been good about Michigan losing to Notre Dame would be further nails in Harbaugh's coffin. But honestly, the only thing that's going to keep Harbaugh's job right now is for him to beat Ohio State. If he can beat Ohio State, then that's going to.
Like save him for another year?
That's
Because
gonna
I was
save him
going to
for
ask
another
you
year.
about that. Like, legitimately, do you think if he runs the gauntlet from here, does he stay for another year?
Yes, I
Okay.
think he does, because if Ohio State is obviously going to be favored to beat Penn State, you know,
Sure.
they're a higher ranked team. Penn
Yeah.
State's ranked 5th right now,
Mm.
so and I think Ohio State's still 3rd.
Okay.
So if Ohio State beats Penn State, and it comes down to Michigan and Ohio State, and Michigan wins that game, that's a completely changed sight picture
Yeah.
for Michigan. If Michigan loses to Ohio State and Ohio State advances to the fucking college football playoff again without Urban Meyer, then Harbaugh's fired.
Yeah.
Whether they fire him, whether he finds another job and they let him go gracefully because he is a product of Michigan,
Mm.
that whatever, however they do it, he's not going to be coaching football there next year,
Yeah.
unless he beats Ohio State. That is, and I'm sure Scott will tell you, or Don will tell you, that is the watermark. between Michigan and Ohio State. That rivalry is fucking. The Red River rivalry doesn't have anything fucking close to what Michigan and Ohio State have.
Mm.
So that's going to be it. That's the defining moment for Michigan. They have to win all their other games,
Right.
but yeah, if they can go and beat Ohio State, then Harbaugh's there for another year.
Nice.
So we'll see. I don't know what the line is right now because we still got to get through. Penn State has to get through Minnesota. Minnesota is also undefeated.
Oh, really?
So we have a couple of tough tests coming up, and we're playing Ohio State at the Shoe, which is Ohio Stadium,
I kind of figured.
the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Never going to happen. He will be there 10 more years. Okay. I weep for Michigan's future, but okay. Again, if he beats Ohio State, if they win out, Michigan completely redeems himself at that point.
Yeah.
But they have to beat the Buckeyes. They have to.
Yeah.
And yeah, Harbaugh stays.
All right.
And BYU sucks.
Yes. We didn't talk about BSU losing their game, did we?
We didn't.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to bring that up.
It's a shame. It sucks.
Yeah.
But all right. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah. Sorry.
Way to end it on a downer, right? But the file's uploaded, so we gotta go. We're stopping the stream. Thanks again, gents.
Bye, guys.
It's been real. See you next week. Oh man, so much going on.
Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time.
Oh, what a lovely tea party.